Helen's already in the chat room.
Yeah.
Hey, Helen.
Hello, Helen. How are you?
Hey, Helen.
And there's Kimberly and Linda and Joyce.
Hello, Linda, Joyce, Kimberly.
How's everybody doing? Oh, look at that face. I just want to pinch those cheeks.
So yeah, we'll be starting in a couple minutes. I spent probably a good 10 hours between last night and no, probably more like 13 hours between last night and today. Redoing Carrie's computer, brand new operating system, and so yeah, and we're streaming right now, and everything seems to be peachy. So hopefully it continues to go that way.
Hi, Tracy. Hi, Linda.
Hey, Tina.
Hey, everyone.
We've got some
Tina's in
peoples.
here too?
Yeah, starting over.
Hello, Tina.
Hey, Tracy. Linda. It's working as a train.
Linda.
I guess it's the little engine that could. I don't know.
PJ's voice is distorting.
Oh, Sanjay said that PJ's voice is distorting.
I mean, it's like when he speaks, there's noise in the background or something.
Oh, he says when you speak, there's noise in the background.
Well, yeah, there is. Yes, there is some noise. But that's because we're not in a studio environment, and these are dynamic mics that have to be turned up a lot.
Okay.
It'll work for now.
Okay.
If it's really bad, let me know. And that goes for anyone in the chat room, too. Kimberly, we are running Windows 10 Pro build 1709, otherwise known as the Fall Creators Update.
What, Sanjay?
High cutoff filter.
Oh, he says a high cutoff filter.
We are using a noise gate, so it only disengages the gate when I am talking. For Carrie, we've got it turned off. Louis, do we?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's on for Carrie. Okay, Kimberly says it's faint and not too annoying.
Okay.
So thank you for that, Kimberly.
Yeah, we leave the annoying for PJ.
Yes, naturally. It's me, annoying. All right, we're going to start the show around 7:30, and that's 2 minutes from now.
Trying to figure out. No, I can't do it.
What do you want?
No, it's just this is in the picture.
I can't do anything about it.
No, it's fine. Trying to figure out if there's anyway. No, there's nothing I can do.
Hi, Dad.
He can't hear you. I'm on a headset.
Well, let me say it really
He
loud
says
then.
hello.
Hello.
Do we have an empty bucket or something that I can put on my desk to put my foot up on?
Yes. Oh, Kimberly says I'm tolerable, am I?
Kimberly, no need to suck up to him.
Oh, come on!
Was high enough?
Maybe.
We've got some rumbling going on in the Bishop household.
Sanjay's getting me a bucket to put my foot up on.
I got you a bucket.
You want to push it forward, backwards?
It rocks, but
Hey,
Here's
if the
the
bucket's
handle.
rocking, don't come knocking.
I can move the handle out of the way. That's what I'm saying. Kick it. Now see this way?
all right, get a different bucket.
And go as far as the bucket.
He's going to bring me another bucket to kick.
Gotcha.
Kick the bucket.
Damn Subaru!
We can never get rid of that damn car.
Oh, we're gonna be moving. When we move, there better not be any Subarus in the general vicinity. That's a prerequisite.
Or we're far enough back from the road that it won't matter.
Yeah.
Something.
So can I make a request to Dadums?
What?
Tell him to turn down the TV because we can hear it.
He doesn't have the TV on.
Oh, well, I hear something.
Not now, you don't.
Actually, no, not now. She's right.
Uh-huh.
He has his computer on. He's watching the show, but that's in his bedroom.
Oh, that's what we hear then. Okay.
No, we like Subarus, Kimberly. It's just they.
And typically we love the exhaust sound, too.
It's just they seem to have, like, radar for whenever we used to do the podcast. They would drive back and forth probably 3 times during the podcast. And we had been lucky with doing the live streams and even, like, the full production videos. They, I guess, didn't have that on their radar yet, but I guess they do now.
Yeah. So it
Kimberly,
is,
thank you very much for your compliment. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, these are my favorite colors.
Yes, they're nice colors. So are we ready to start the show?
Or are we waiting for a new bucket?
Yes, are we waiting for a new bucket?
We're waiting for a new bucket.
Okay. Okay, time's up.
Alex, I'll take Cranky for 800.
What is my perpetual state of being?
Yes.
That is correct.
Okay, we're just waiting for Le Bucket.
Alrighty then.
If you don't mind a little. Hello, Sassafras. If you don't mind a little noise, then we can start.
Well, I don't want to have
Hello,
to...
Diana.
Hello, Diana. Hey, she said she'd be here today.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's what it sounds without the noise gate. Hold on.
Why can't you leave well enough alone?
See? There you go. Is that any better? Any worse?
I don't know. Mouth. You sound kind of staticky now. Oh, incoming. Bucket.
Bucket.
Oh, no. Bucket not incoming.
Error 404. Bucket not found.
There we go. Bucket was found. Thank you. Okay.
I can see Sanjay.
Oh, you can see him in the mirror in the window.
Hello.
Hello. Take it, and go. Wave to the peoples.
Hello. Oh, come on, Dad. That's enough.
That's
enough tomfoolery.
That's enough tomfoolery, he said. What?
What am I going to do with him?
See, now that he knows we can see him, he probably won't come back.
That's right.
Well, we might actually get shit accomplished now, shouldn't we? Yeah. All right. Are we ready now?
Sure.
Yes, we're ready.
Doth we have bucketh?
We have bucket.
All right. Well, here goes nothing. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first episode of Subaru Central. Yes, there you go. There's another Subaru in the background. Cranky Crafters, that's what I was trying to say, with Melissa Bishop and Carrie Super Duffy.
Hello? How are you there, sound of, or the voice of the Cranky Craft?
Hey, I'm just the boy who pushes buttons. I am doing good. I just spent, I don't know, 10 10 plus hours at least between last night and tonight, putting your new computer together and getting it ready to rock. And well, right now we are recording, we are streaming. We, we've got your camera, we've got your side camera, we've got me, and we've got my mama. That's 70 Acres Studio. Does he have something he wants to share with the classroom?
He's complaining. He's insisting on raising the volume of his computer so you can hear how horrible it sounds.
Does it still sound bad? Too much static from your fart.
Talk, PJ.
All right, get him out of the room, please.
Oh yeah,
You sound buzzed out. You like too high gain. There's a little bit of feedback when you get to a higher volume, higher.
All right, how about now? How about now?
Stop, PJ. Stop. You sound buzzed out. Just wait a second. Like too high gain. There's a little bit of feedback when you get to a higher volume, higher.
All right, how about now? How about now?
Is that better?
I guess you speak.
He just spoke. Speak again, Sanjay.
I'm not Sanjay. I am PJ.
PJ, whoever the hell you are.
I am talking now, and yeah, that's just. Hold on. Carrie, say something, please.
Something, please.
Something, please.
Oh yeah, that's real bad.
Now you know why I'm insisting that it's really bad.
It does sound really bad, PJ.
All right, what about now?
You're all
Carrie's fine. Carrie's fine.
Carrie's fine. I'm fine. But when you speak, there's feedback and there's also a lot of pitchy static.
Hold on.
He's unplugging and plugging back in again.
Mic check 1 2 check.
But when you speak, there's feedback and there's also a lot of pitchy static.
Pitchy static, you say, huh?
That sounds better.
All right, what about now? What about now?
Normal.
Right about now, Funk Soul Brother. Right about now. Hey, it's Moo in the house.
No, it's better.
He says it's better.
There's a delay. Wait.
That sounds better. No.
No.
You can hear it.
No, it's pretty bad.
Give me a second.
He is readjusting knobbage.
He's playing with his knobs.
And we have a Subaru.
Number 3.
You sound okay. Carrie sounds okay, right? I don't make a big deal unless it's really a big deal.
Yeah, the classroom says it was good like a setting or so ago, but then it went bad again.
All right. Whoa, shit. All right, how about now? How about now? Check mic check 1 2 check 1 2.
Classroom says it was good like a setting or so ago, but then it went bad again.
Oh God, it's horrible.
All right, how about now? How about now? Check mic check 1 2 check 1 2.
This is not check. You have to say something.
All right, I'm saying something now. How is this? Please tell me how this is. I'm drinking from a cup of water. I'm saying something now. How is this? And are we sure it's not his speakers?
No,
It
because me and
does-
Carrie signed foul.
They're saying loads better in the chat room.
Okay. How do I
There's something wrong
sound to
with your
you?
mic.
There's nothing
You
wrong
sound
with
all
my mic.
broken up.
If there was something wrong with my mic, you would hear it.
I do hear it.
You're hearing it on his laptop, not mine, not in your ears.
Okay, whatever.
Not whatever. I'm right.
No, Kimberly says.
There's a squirrel in the background because Dad's laptop is feeding back. I'm guessing. I could be wrong.
Turn the volume off. Or take it out of the room.
He doesn't believe me. I can't believe
No, I believe
He does
you.
believe you. My God.
Yes, Joyce,
I need a
that's
drink,
my
people.
dad's laptop.
I really need a drink.
I can't even drink. You know why? Because if I drink, my eye swells shut, and I don't know why. I had 2 beers the other night, and my eye is still swollen.
Okay. All right, let's do this.
Well, I'm trying. How do I sound? Oh, Carrie is gonna check. I'm gonna mute out while we check.
Oh, I tried.
All right, how about now? How does it sound to you, Mom, in your earphones?
Right now, it sounds quite pleasurable in my earphones.
All right, Carrie, say
Very
something.
nice.
How does it sound?
How I don't hear anything.
All right, sorry. Say something, please.
Oh, he says it sounds
Hello.
good now. Sanjay says it sounds very good now.
Okay, well, it's my piece of crap mixer then. Gotta love
Okay.
it.
Well, I don't think you're putting out any sound. Oh, there it goes.
There's a delay. Why don't you get that? You and Mom.
Well, it seemed like it was long enough.
Gotcha. All right.
All right, so let's do this, people.
All right. Let's try it again. And now, let's try this again, people. This is Cranky Crafters Episode 1, Introduction to Journaling. We have Carrie, soon to be Duffy, and we've got Melissa Bishop. How are you, everybody?
We are good.
We are good. And I see Rosie. Is Rosie a guest star?
There's Rosie, my sidekick.
Hello, Rosie.
Is she feeling any better?
I don't know. I was able to actually record the episode that she had yesterday, and it's just, I don't know what to do. So, it is what it is.
All right, give me a second.
What, you want another Altoid?
All right, this mixer's getting thrown the hell away. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
How, can all right. Say something, Ma.
Hello. Saying something.
All right. Well, now the sound's gone away. I don't know what the hell it is.
Okay. All right. So let's just move on.
Yeah. Get this train moving.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shut up and you guys have fun. What are we having today for Cranky Crafters?
We're doing an intro to journaling, and I'm going to show you how to dissect a book. I know that Carrie has already taken her book apart, but I'll show you what types of books to look for and how to take them apart so that you can get the most usage out of them. So that's basically what we're doing tonight. And then we will take the pages and take our insert pages, make signatures, and sew them in, and maybe decorate the covers if we have time.
Yeah, I got a little antsy. I went ahead and ripped mine apart.
All right. So I'm going to switch to my overhead. Excuse the scratchy voice. And I'm going to start by dissecting this book, which is Art in the Western World. We paid 50 cents for it.
How
at
ironic.
a garage sale. Yes. And we have an X-Acto knife. And I will zoom out so hopefully you can see the whole book. Okay. And when you open this, you see that it has this one piece of paper. This is basically what holds all of the signatures into the book. It is one piece of paper that spans the cover and the first page. I think they're called leading pages. And you can see that it's kind of glued here at this point. So you're not going to try and cut it here. You go to the next page. And then you can see a clear, area right here in the spine, and that's where you can cut. And if you cut at that point, you save this page, especially if it has pretty, decorative end papers that you'd like to use. And in fact, this one is almost coming apart with no assistance. And it cut the page, but I'm not going to worry about it. So, and I'm doing this as, what do you call it? I just lost my words. As just an example, I'm not going to be using this book. I'm going to be using a smaller book. Because it is falling apart. It's been sitting in my basement for probably 30 years. So, yeah, it's falling apart. Not cooperating at all, so there. Screw it. Anyway, that's if you want to save the decorative leading papers, okay? So this is a small book that I am going to be using. And again, this has stitching in here that you can hopefully see. And let's see. Just cutting it. Come on. Really, people. They have this bit of webbing that they put, it's like gauze, and you can see it here. And that gets glued basically to the spine and to these to the ends of the papers. So that's what's causing the grief right now. I'm just going in the seam a wee bit to try and help this along. You don't want to press too deep because you'll cut right through the spine. And if you're going to be cutting any paper itself, you should be worried about this side because this is coming out of the book.
That's kind of what I did to dissect the book we got for Carrie.
Okay, then there shouldn't be a problem. Sometimes, depending on, like I said, the manufacturing process of the books, some pages are not sewn, some books are not sewn. They're just slapped together and glued.
Yeah.
And those don't really, they're not as successful. That's why I said, you know, Goodwill, thrift store. those are your good places because those tend to be the older books. And the most opportunity to end up with a decent looking spine. I know a lot of folks like the older Reader's Digest condensed books. And Gummy used to love those. I don't know if you remember them.
Oh, I remember. I definitely remember.
You get the hard copies, and you know they have really pretty bindings and everything. So there is your book cover. And at this point, you can actually decorate it if you like. You can slap a variety of paints on it. Let's see, what color do I want to go with? I guess we can go with some blues. I think I need to zoom out just a touch more. I got my foot up on a bucket here, so I can't really move that well. So you just put down any color you want and any pattern you want. You could even do an acrylic pour on this. I'll just take a sponge and what other colors do we have?
Hey, Moo. Nightbot actually can't claim sassiness on that one. That was coming from me.
Hello there, Moo. How are you? So we had our first bit of snow here. How much snow did you guys get?
Oh, we've got like, what, 4 inches right now? It's not really sticking all that much to the road, but it's all over the grass.
Yeah, Sanjay was just out and about, and he said that it's sticking to the roads now. And I did hear a plow go by.
Wow.
So,
That is very pretty.
isn't that pretty?
I'm a huge fan of blues and greens, especially when they're that shade of blue and green. They just work well together.
They do. And I'm not trying to be super careful, I'm just slapping color on because you can always add collage over this. Just trying to get a little bit of color down here in the nooks and crannies here. Thing is slippery. You can also introduce some sprays in this. Let's see what color spray. Oh, I have glitter.
You have to use the glitter.
Yeah. And I have some blue glitter I can use too. This is royal blue. Whee. That'll make a pretty book. Okay. The best places to get your books are 1, Goodwill or a thrift store, Salvation Army, etc. Libraries do circulate their books and they put them on sale. Cheaper bookstores, but when you're doing that, you have to remember that that bit about how they're put together, because if they're just glued in pages, then it's not going to be easy to extract the pages. You're basically just going to have to cut them out, and then you're going to have to make sure that the binding can hold up. I have some excess glue stuck here in the corner.
Hey, Jacqueline, how are you?
Hello, Jacqueline. Okay. Heat cannon.
Oh no, not the heat cannon.
That's my boy with buttons. Oh, Dollar Tree has books for $1. That's good.
Yeah, but the bindings on them probably won't be very good.
Well, you know, so long as you can get the cover apart, that's the one thing that you really care about, is making sure that when you dissect the book, the spine is intact. Like on the first one, it was so rotted out that I actually went right through this and in through and cut the spine.
Yeah, I did that too, actually. Carrie's pointing that out to me now.
What you can do, though, at that point is, let me get this one out and show you. All right, so we have this oops here. Okay, so what you do is you take a piece of fabric and you use glue, and you put a nice smear of glue across the whole cover, and then you put your fabric down and you make sure that you use a credit card or a bone folder or whatever, and you really work it good into these nooks and crannies. And then you're going to do the same thing when you're done here. Once your book is extracted,
okay,
then you're going to put more, more glue down and more fabric. Okay, and then with these leader pages, what you do is, once you have your pages ready to go, and you're still going to put a piece of fabric or another piece of cardboard or some duct tape or something over these pages right here, the whole width of your spine. My spine goes from here to here. Okay, so something to give it more support and more strength in this section here.
Okay.
And then you're going to mark your holes and punch your holes. But the beauty of doing it this way is that you can then take your pages that are going to become your book and glue these pages to this. So it looks, it looks nice and professional, and you can go about and decorate this page. And these are very strong pages, these leader pages. So at that point, you've got something really strong. And yeah, you can slice it down if you want it to match the size of your papers. But it just gives you a better finish. And you would glue this together too. Okay, and then you would sew in your one signature on this side and your other signature on this side. So this one I'm only going to do like maybe two signatures. I'm not really sure yet. So we have a little decoration on the front here, and did Sanjay close his door? Sanjay, can you do me a favor, please? I have stickers on my bed. Could you please reach them for me?
Crystal says she freaking loves you people. Us people.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Yeah. I don't know if she's talking about the chat room or us, but we'll take it. Anyway.
Thank you, boo-boo.
So is it like not a good idea to do the cover after you've put everything together?
Well, you can do that. I just figured I have it empty here, and I don't have to worry about, messing up any of the pages that I put in it at this point. I can just decorate as I want. I'm just going to hit these wet spots with the heat cannon, the thermal cannon. And if you have decorative duct tape and you want to put, a little extra there, you can. I got these at Dollar Tree the other day while we were in North Carolina.
Ooh.
These little acrylic dots. So, but I don't see any green. So I guess I'll have to go with blue. I was thinking about using these, but I can always stick those on later. So, all right. So at this point, I'm going to take some duct tape. And let's see, I can use this. And I'm going to go down here And maybe what I will do is find a small piece of cardboard to stick in there.
Linda's actually going to be going off to bed, so she'll watch from the bed.
Oh, okay. So we'll see you in bed, Linda.
Hey.
I'm going to grab a piece of cardboard. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Well, I don't have duct tape or cardboard.
Do we have fabric? Paint? We can use.
Yeah, I always keep a bolt of fabric laying around on the off chance that I will need to cover a book.
Yeah, you could always use
oh, that's
washi
right.
tape.
Oh, Moena said that. Yes, you can do a hot glue design on it after you paint it. Yes, you can. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I have a heat gun, but my heat gun is from the 80s and it leaks badly. So.
Oh boy, she's still going with that pink
What?
sock thing.
Huh?
Linda's still going with that pink sock. For any of you that missed that the original time, my mom has always called me Sniggle Fritz. And, it's not something I particularly enjoy now as an adult. But now I really don't enjoy it because, according to our Urban Dictionary, Sniggle Fritz is somehow related to, basically it's a cock sock. It's a pink sock that's placed over a man's genitalia for some odd reason. I don't know why, I don't want to know why, and I don't want to be called Sniggle Fritz anymore. So, Poopsie Doodle, I guess will have to suffice.
Yes, but Sniggle Fritz also means bunny.
And cocksock. Just saying.
Bunny.
Helen says I can use any tape, masking tape, any tape.
Cool.
Yeah, any type you've got, yeah.
And Kim Marie says, do you have a cereal box or a cracker box?
Yeah, you can also use those to make your cover. Or for, this, what do you call it? The backup.
Do you need help with that tape, Care?
No, I'm trying to think if I have cardboard. What?
Lori wants to know who that sexy male voice is that we don't get to hear on Melissa's channel. What's up? This is PJ. This is Melissa's son.
Yes.
Yes.
AKA the art bitch belonging to Carrie.
Yes, that one.
Carrie is my darling daughter-in-law.
Can you see if you can find something that's a decent cardboard?
I will indeed. I will return.
There should be, how many empty Amazon boxes there?
Yeah, but that's all corrugated.
It doesn't matter. It shouldn't need to bend, though.
It's
It will
corrugated.
if it's going on the spine of your book.
Oh.
It'll bend a lot.
Oh.
Quite frequently.
I was trying to make it sturdy.
Well, I'm just gluing this down just as a little backup. And then, if you don't have any of this cardboard from a food box or
Just
whatever,
looking to see if there's something we can.
what you can do
debox.
is you can just put multiple layers of duct tape on there.
I don't have duct tape. I hate duct
Oh.
tape. Absolutely hate it.
But when it looks like this,
Yeah, I know, but I don't have any of that. I only have washi, and I have.
yeah, washi. You can use washi.
That's too expensive to throw in a spine that
Well,
you're not going to see.
no. You can use washi, but you have to use glue with it. Washi is not a permanent kind of tape.
I'm going to use masking tape, I guess. I don't know.
You can do that. I would use glue with it, though.
I found something.
And this is all you can find.
That's all I could find that looked good that would not require us dumping out the contents of it.
But it's for art.
Yes.
Do you want me to dump out our last macaroni and cheese box? I can do that.
Cardboard's not any better than this.
No, it's not.
It's a little better. It's like I said, if you're going to use masking tape, you're going to have to beef it up somehow with some good sturdy glue.
Well, you've definitely got worlds of steady glue.
I have a little bit.
And thank you, Lisa, by the way.
I could use hot snot.
You could. Would you like me to? Well, you could turn it on. It's right there.
I gotta get me a better glue gun.
Oh, I love my glue gun. Love it, love it, love it.
We've
Which
got
one did
two
you
of
get?
them. One is a dual temp, and then the other is high temp. But
No, one's high, one's low. The high is for the super good sticky snot, and then the low is for the glitter hot glue sticks.
okay.
Oh my God, they make glitter hot glue
They
sticks.
make glitter snot. Yes,
Holy crap!
it is wonderful.
That's why.
Oh.
That's why I have two.
Mama needs it.
That way,
All right, so
I have glitter, hot glue glitter whenever I want it, and don't have to try and get it back out of the glue gun. It just stays in there.
here's a little trick. If you're gluing down paper and you always end up with those ridges because you've used liquid glue and you've squirted a ribbon,
Credit card.
just take a credit card and flatten out those ridges and smear it around. And then you won't have those horrible ridges up there. Okay. Might have to put a little extra around the edges.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at math too, Moo.
Yeah, me and math don't get along. That's
Like how far? Like should it fit completely down in the spine? Does it overlap the
should.
sides?
you want it to overlap the. Do you still have the leading pages or no?
Yes, I think. Wait a minute. Yes, I do on both sides.
Yeah, I made sure and kept those on.
Okay. Then, so long as you're overlapping where the spine is, because if you look here on the book, the spine starts from this hard edge of the front cover to this hard edge of the back cover, not just this little skinny piece with the words on it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you want. You're trying to basically, I don't know if your book has these little tape, these cloth tapes on the edges.
No.
You want to basically go pretty much that width.
Okay. And does it have
Okay.
to be the entire length of the spine?
It should, to be consistent, to make it pretty
I'll be
on
right
the
back.
inside. But
Well,
don't worry about it.
look around.
No,
it
I
is
got-
what it is.
I got.
Single pieces?
I can.
Okay, you can cut.
I can make it work.
Okay. So I have duct tape on here, so now it's a little bit thick in this area, and that's fine. And now I'm going to do the same thing to this page.
You know, Helen, you've got a laptop. You shouldn't be watching it on your iPad. Then you wouldn't be so way behind.
Yeah, Helen.
She's waiting for the plugs.
Oh, I thought she already had the adapter.
The special.
Yeah. The upside down plugs.
Yeah.
The down under plugs. That's not a plug. This is a plug.
Yes, a plug.
Because, it's the only Australian movie we know. You slide that card like a pro, Ma.
Don't I? I could work in a Jewish deli and do a schmear.
Jeez.
Really do it. That's to have the schmear.
I miss locks. Like a good, like a good bagel with locks. I love that. Oh, thank you, Lori. She says I'm a hoot.
I've had the smoked salmon a couple of times.
So good.
Your Uncle Chuck used to make great salmon dip, smoked salmon. Okay.
So,
So-
then you just tape it down? It just doesn't seem right.
Do we tape it or glue it?
If you're using masking tape, what I would do... Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about those two end pages?
No, I'm like way far behind you.
Okay, so...
You can see where she is.
What question are you asking me?
Like,
You want that to go in the middle, and you're going to put down lots of glue.
so it's going to bend down in there? It's not going to lay
Yes,
flat?
squish it down as far as you can. Now, see, I put a piece down here, and I just kind of used a lot of glue. So it's touching the spine, and I've pushed it down. So now it's a little bit cupped, the cardboard. And that's fine. basically you're just trying to set up some kind of reinforcement, especially if it's an older book, because these things get brittle over time. That's what happened to the other book. It was brittle.
Oh, okay.
So this can tear easily because it's mostly fabric.
So think of the insert as a cop, and think of the back cover as it's backup.
Shut up.
And they're saying, cover me.
Shut up.
Get it? Cover me?
Shut up. That is not what I'm asking. You think you know. You keep running the lip and you dig yourself a hole.
Yeah, I was trying to make a joke.
I'm trying to get caught up and not be 15,
we are cranky
20,
here, people.
15 to 20 minutes behind.
Can't you tell?
The crafters are cranky, so listen to what the crafters say.
Overlapping by this much, and this page is flappy. How do you?
That's fine. Yeah. Well, because right now. All right. Can we zoom in on Carrie so I can see?
We can. Give me just a second.
Take me out of the picture.
Yeah. There we go.
Can I see where the page ends and where this, just move that down. Move that piece of cardboard down. So I can see what's behind
this. This is the spine. This is said cardboard.
Can you move the card? That's it. Thank you. Okay. So you want to cut that strip of cardboard about half its width.
Hey, Ma, can I make a suggestion?
What?
Don't watch the YouTube stream. Watch the Hangout stream.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, people. Yeah, cut that in half. That should be better.
You're not a spectator, you're a host.
Bite me. Yeah, that's fine. That's basically what I did. And now you're going to put a lot of glue behind that and mush it down and let it dry.
Okay.
And if your leading pages are a little bit scooped in, as mine are, don't worry about it. Because you're just going to decorate those. So I'm going to hit mine with a little bit of heat while you catch up. That's right. Yes, Helen says that they have a cloth tape that can be used to go on the outside of the spine to toughen it up and give it extra strength. But I'm trying to do this knowing that folks might not have that. They may not have the S paste, and they may not have that cloth tape.
Hey, Aunt Beck's in the house.
Hey, Becky, how are you, darling? What?
Is Carrie following along with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to impart some wisdom to the show?
No.
Do you have a joke?
Yeah, no.
No joke?
No, I can look up one.
Do you have ice cream?
Ooh, yeah. Ice cream.
Bring me ice cream, and you shall live.
All right. So,
I can't complain. He went and got me eggnog.
So once the cardboard's glued down, that's when you start going over it with tape?
Yeah, then you're going to go over it with some really strong tape, and if all you have is masking tape, then use glue to put the masking tape down.
Okay.
Ooh. Dadum's brought me a Klondike bar.
Yummy.
Yummy.
So how is Carrie's progress? Have you shown that on the...
Yeah, we're side by side, so we're watching Carrie now. And I will quietly try and eat this.
Yep, Lori, that's the kind of gun that Mom likes. It's just one of
Lori
many.
says, damn, Melissa could rob a bank with that gun.
That's her heat cannon.
That's my heat cannon, my thermal cannon.
It's the throw cannon.
What is a Klondike bar?
That's right. They don't have those in the UK. Yeah, that's a Klondike bar. And that's a weird Klondike bar, Ma. The Klondike bar I know is chocolate, not.
Well, this is like an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, okay.
That's basically what this is. It's an ice cream sandwich. It has chocolate, cookie pieces on either side of vanilla chocolate.
Mm-hmm. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Nothing, because I don't particularly like them.
I just don't like the chocolate melting in my hands. Hey, it's another soup. No, that was a turbo diesel pickup truck, not a Subaru. Never mind.
I do like ice cream sandwiches.
I love me some ice cream sandwiches.
I'm just too cold to eat one.
I got a cannoli for
I have
dessert.
my window open. What?
I have a cannoli for dessert.
I don't like cannolis.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't like that Italian cheese, the ricotta cheesy cake thing. It's grainy.
You have not had good cannoli.
I like New York cheesecake, not Italian cheesecake.
I've never had an Italian cheesecake, so I wouldn't know.
They use a very fine grit ricotta instead of cream cheese. It tends to be dry and grainy.
Mm. Helen's talking about moving back. She should move here. Forget Perth.
Come to the U.S., Helen.
I just said that.
Yeah. You can stay in my
Your wayward shack for artists.
yeah, the flop house for wayward artists. Second floor of the barn. You'll make good friends with the raccoons.
She wouldn't mind. She loves animals.
Yeah, I know,
she'd
right?
name them all, and
Yep.
It'd be like that one scene from Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
wouldn't
There
know
you go.
what you're talking about.
Well, that's because you're behind the times.
Mascarpone. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. All I know is that tends to be dry and grainy, and I really don't care for it.
I've never had grainy mascarpone.
No, so maybe it's not mascarpone then.
Well, I've never had a cannoli that was grainy. So maybe you've just had one bad cannoli and you've sworn them off for life.
You should never let one bad cannoli ruin the bunch.
Ruin the whole bunch. Bazinga.
I'm getting to it.
Bazinga!
All right, so you let me know. Okay, you're still adhering goo,
Yes.
It's good goo,
and
though.
then you can use your heat tool to dry them. In the meantime, I'll just add a little more Shazam to my cover. Because I has the paint.
I has paint, too, you know.
Do you?
Well, all right, we's have the paint.
She has the paint, and sometimes she allows you to play with it.
That's a story of my life, Mother.
Yes,
the
indeed.
Story of my life.
One more.
I got a booger. There it is.
Well,
Oh, that's not a booger. That's a bead.
You should pick it.
That was a bead from the other night.
If you're gonna pick it, though, just make sure you don't switch over to your face cam.
Okay.
We don't want to see that.
You don't?
Moo says this book cover really needs a chicken print. And you know, I would be partial to that.
Now, what does Moo Winna say? I mean,
The book cover needs a chicken print. Yes.
oh yeah, I could do that. Right now, I'm just daubing some pretty colors on here.
Well, while you daub, let me ask you a question from the chat room. Lori wants to know: do you have any experience with Sargent Art gloss medium and varnish for your acrylic pouring?
No, I do not. But from what I understand, I was listening to somebody who was using it, and they were happy with it. They liked it. I think Deb at Acrylic Pouring has tried it and likes it.
Well, if she's tried it, then it's good.
I have some Liquitex gloss medium varnish, and I've been using that on my Christmas ornaments. And basically, they're flat, so I just put a little puddle and then use my finger. And it's nice. It's not overly plasticky looking. Oh, you ordered a set of the iridescent PBO Dyna paints today, Crystal. Oh, congratulations. You are absolutely going to die.
Yeah, those are really awesome. Good. So I've got Carrie's channel muted right now because she is well, as you can see, she's blowing on a heat cannon.
Okay.
Ours isn't as cannon-y as yours, but it's still a cannon of sorts.
Okay. I'm just trying to add some more interest to my cover.
Oh, look at that.
While we are letting Carrie catch up here.
She is almost done. I don't know that she's going to be painting it now. She might do that after the fact.
Painting what?
The cover.
It can be a little bit more difficult once you have the signatures sewn in. So if that is at all an issue for you, then yeah, you may want to paint it now. You can mute me out because I'm bringing out the thermal cannon.
Alrighty. Yeah da da, yeah da da da. Hey, Scotty. And she's back.
Yes, I'm back.
Alright, so I have tape, I have glue. What do I do with these leader page things?
What I would do at this point is I would try and fold them over and make sure that they can move for you.
Not much.
Well, that's fine though. You know, so long as you know that you can manipulate them. Again, these are just, you know, giving you an extra level of security when you glue your pages, when you glue your signatures in, because these will end up being glued to your pages. And they may have to be cut down for size. That's fine, but anything that you can do to beef up the sturdiness of this, because this is only fabric. All right, so the next thing you need to do is you need to find a relatively stiff piece of paper.
So cardstock would suffice?
Yeah, cardstock, anything that is sturdy enough to be folded. Actually, you know what you could do? You could just use a page from your book.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to fold it a couple of times. Okay. Okay. And then you're going to use your handy dandy Tim Holtz center finder ruler.
Yeah.
No, not really.
And you're going to see how big this is. Where's my regular ruler? There it is. This is 8 1/4. So that would be 4 1/8. Right.
42.
Okay, and then you're going to take a...
Yeah, Lori. Lori wants to know, if she needs to start the stream over, did they rip out all the book contents and just leave those pages attached? We ripped both of them. We ripped out most of the pages as a whole, and for Mom, she has the whole book still.
Here, I'll show you.
Whereas Carrie used the pages to make some painty papers already.
Hello, Tunder. How are you?
Hey, Tunder.
All right, so this is the book, okay? And normally when you open up a book, you have this fancy, what I think they call it a leader page. And it's usually much thicker and much sturdier. And this is how the signatures are anchored into the book. Okay, so, and when I open this page here, you can see that it's glued partially here. So you would go to this next page over. And at that point, that's where you would cut very gingerly into the spine of your book to release this. And then you would do the same thing on the other side. Unfortunately, this book is so old that it fell apart, and I ended up cutting the cover. So then you can either tear these pages out, or if you really like this leader page, you can leave it in, as I did in this book, and use it as extra security. So when you put your signatures in, the signature that's over here would end up, the first page would be glued to this.
Okay.
And that just gives it a little extra safety, and a little bit more sturdy. So what I'm doing now is I have a piece of paper that is the same length as my spine, and I'm going to start marking the center and then 1 inch on either side of it all the way up. Okay, so
1 inch?
Yeah, 1 inch. It doesn't have to, it could be 1.5 inches. It's whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with, being that you're using such thick thread. You might want to use more than 1 inch, so it doesn't matter. I'll do 1 inch just for the sake of argument.
And yeah, we just love to argue here on Cranky Crafters.
And you wouldn't want to do this way down here at the bottom, because that's a little too close to the edge. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. Okay. And you can mark this edge also if you want. And I'm just trying to give myself some guides here. I will be drawing the dots later. So let's see. I just want to mark where the center is.
Hey, Jillian.
So, hi, Jillian. How are you? All right. So somewhere in the middle of this, I'm going to just draw a circle. Kind of, not exactly in the middle of this half, but, you know, just a little bit inside of that. And I'm just drawing holes that are large enough for me to see. You know, some folks, if you're just making a junk journal or something, you could get away with like just three holes, and you could do a pamphlet stitch. But you know, I want to try and make this into something pretty and something that'll last. So that's why I'm doing 7. I don't mind doing a 7. It doesn't bother me. And I mean, it's cosmetic really that you want these holes to be lined up. They don't have to be dead on. But the reason that you want to use a template is because, one, you're going to be making holes into the spine of your book to meet these, and you want them to match up in your signatures. So that's why you're going to use a template, so that the holes are in the same spots.
It makes sense.
Take a gander here and see where they are. Yeah, see, these are basically going to end up right in the crevice. So I may even move them in a wee bit more. You want to have enough room so that your what do you call it? Use your words, Melissa. I just completely blanked out. You don't want them to be so close that you can't get the signatures together. But you also want to leave enough room so that as you know, put art on your pages and paint them and collage on them and do whatever it is that you plan on doing with them, you want to have enough space for the book. So, knowing how tiny my signatures are, I'm going to use a different color so I don't get confused, and add new holes. And I know to use the orange. And hopefully these will be on the spine. And not in the crease. Okay. Okay. Now I don't know if you got what crocodile you have, but I like to use this Big Bite.
Yeah, that's the one we got.
Because you can work all the way up here. It is a little bit of a, a little bit much, bit overkill to use it for, the small things, but it will certainly do the same things that this will do.
Okay.
But when you're working on big signatures, it's impossible. I mean, when you fold these pages in half.
Big bite down.
Yep, big bite down. And you're trying to punch holes in here. How do you do it with this?
Yeah, no, we saw that. We saw that at the Hobby Lobby, and it was just it was darn near impossible to fathom the idea of punching big things like that with such a handheld device. So that's why we got the Big Bite. There is a link in the description if you want to get the Big Bite from Amazon. If you do so, you will actually be helping Carrie grow the network because it's an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you any more, but it does support Carrie's endeavors in art.
Okay. So I'm going to basically center this over the spine itself. And you can see that my duct tape is not centered exactly, but I really don't care, okay? And I think what I'll do is I'll use some washi tape and My book just fell in the garbage.
It must have been some trashy romance novel.
Yeah. No, actually, it was the history of Western art, but oh well. Somewhere along here, there's an end. There it is. So I'm just going to use a bit of washi tape here and tack this down. Really? Really, people? Don't make me get cranky.
What do you mean, don't make me get cranky? You're already cranky.
I've been cranky since the day I was born. I came out cranky. Came out and smacked the doctor in the head. Alright, so it's pretty near centered. Okay. There. Okay, now this has a whole bunch of things happening here. Okay, it has the big bite, and then it has, no, it has the 3/16, I think it is, hole here, and then you move this to 1/8, and it moves up here. And then if you're trying to set some eyes or some grommets, you would use this end here. So I am going to go with the 1/8 inch holes. And the folks on TV won't be able to see what I'm doing, but because I have to look at it this way. You're just going to make sure that the hole that you've marked is right underneath that arm and give it a good punch. It doesn't take a lot of power to exert this, so that's good if you guys have hand issues. Like Muena, she should be able to handle this thing with no problem. And Muena, I ordered 2 large plates of lino, and I found my carving tools from out of my wood shop. I haven't taken them out, but I know where they are. So.
Everyone's saying, "Man, they're on sale on Amazon," and Kim Marie's saying, "Dang it! Now I need a big bite." Well, you can get one. They're on sale, and you can click the link in the description for this video. Because again, you know, Carrie gets a little piece of the action.
Okay, and unfortunately I can't go all the way to the end here, so...
Yeah, flip it around.
Have to. Yeah, I'm going to flip it around this way.
There's something gratifying about the sound of that punch.
Yeah, I do like it. It's kind of pleasing. You're dreaming that it might be your boss's private parts.
Oof, you're brutal.
Oh yeah, I am. Hey, I got so many years of misery in that place. It's time to give back a little. Unfortunately, the only one that's really bothered by the fact that I'm leaving is my supervisor, because she's panicking. She doesn't know what to do.
Well, no kidding. As a matter of fact, Lori, yes, she has a question. When you use an affiliate link, can you still buy other Amazon items and
yes.
they get the credit? As a matter of fact, yes, they do. No, you can go and get any credit you want, and it'll help Carrie.
I have to get me one of them.
We've got to set you up with a website. I know you've got one, but we've got to update it. So when we've got time, we need to sit down and just do some brainstorming.
Okay, so let's move the guts out of the way, and then I'll I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so now you've got your nice little set of holes all marked. They are rather close together, but that's okay. And they did turn out really nice and even and centered. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, you may have to go back over a few of them to clean them up. Or if you don't mind, you know, a little bit of raggediness. I'm just trying to, no, it's not working. I will cut it with my scissors. I have scissors. I'll just cut the chads off. I have an issue with hanging chads here.
Huh.
Okay. More of a hanging chad. You can always just slap paint over this to clean it up if you like. Hanging chad on this side now. There we go. All right, so there's your holes. They don't look too awful bad. And now, let's get this out of the way for a minute. Now, where is Carrie as far as this process?
There you go. There you go.
I'm with you.
Oh, she's got the holes in already. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're right, but I've got holes.
I just posted an Amazon affiliate link onto the chat room. You guys feel free to share that, use that as much as you want. It just takes you to Amazon, but anything you get, Carrie will get a portion of that, and it'll, like I said, it'll help her artful endeavors. So feel free to use that.
All right, now the pages that I am using are two different sizes. So now it's time to basically make up your signatures. I'm also using some wallpaper. And you can use various size pages in your journal. Nothing says that they all have to be the identical size. What's key is that you fold them in half first, you know, your various sizes. Put your template aside. Okay, and you want these to be folded in half. And they still smell like Barbasol, and they're driving me nuts.
Well, you'd think that would be a good thing for you, Mama.
It is a good thing. It reminds me of Grandpa.
I gotta start using Barbasol, because I love the smell of that. I use the same stuff that Dad uses. I use Gillette.
Oh, no, he just had that here for you.
Oh, okay.
He uses an electric.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he uses an electric. All right, so they're folded in half. And then, let's see, we have these. And you also have to figure out how many signatures you want.
Well,
1 million.
I only did 2 runs of holes, so I guess I'm doing 2.
Yep, that's fine. All right, so I folded these in half. And now I can just try and make sandwiches up.
Like, how many pages do you think per signature?
Well, that is a very personal thing. It depends on the thickness of your pages, and you know what you think you might want to use the book for. Now, you said you were using this as a doodle journal.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use it. What do you call it? You could probably put a lot of pages in there because you're not going to be adding a lot of texture and layers on them, so you don't have to worry about them being too thick. The problem is when you start working on a journal, you know, when you first put it together and you hold it closed, you know, it fits neatly in here. But then you get into like Dawn from Let's Make a Mess today. She was working earlier today on her Fatty Patty composition glue book journal, and it looked like this. Because the pages were all splayed out. She had so much goodness in there that that she you know, that it wouldn't close anymore. Now some people find that annoying and they don't like it. They like their books to be neat and tidy, and if that's an issue for you, then obviously you're going to put less pages in there. But if you're only going to be doodling on it, then I think you can get away with probably...
Well, it's going to be what, like, if I would have had this when I got my gelatos, it would have been monkeying in here, getting used to how they feel, or if I'm feeling a little plucky and want to actually pull a paintbrush out and some paint, I want a place to do that. So it might get a little thick.
Okay, then, you know, you can put extra pages in there. It really depends. Now, if you're what you're going to do is you're going to put all your pages together into 2 signatures, and then you're going to see whether or not they will evenly fit.
Okay.
I know you're having trouble seeing the holes. My holes are very close together. They're about 1/4 of an inch apart. So I don't have much room in here. But I'm still going to pack as many pages as I can in here because I like a fat journal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know, I'm going to be really persnickety with my binding and make sure I can get two signatures in here. So, and you can even use things like this. Okay, this is fun because it adds an extra element to your project.
I like that.
This is a paint brochure, and it folds like this. So if you put that into your signature, you get 2 pages, plus you get these 2 pages, and then this page, and then you flip it over and you get this page. You can also glue in other things. You can do tip-ins, and a tip-in is basically, if this were a piece of paper, you would put washi tape on this edge, and you would tape it to this page here across, and then flip it over and then tape this edge to this page, and that's called a tip-in. So that can add an extra element of fun. You can also add one of my favorites, which is security envelopes. If they're unused, then you would glue this flap shut, okay? And then you would take a pair of scissors and you would cut off, or you would take a paper cutter and just shear off ever so little, just you know, a gnat's hair off the edge here. And then you could also do off these 2 pages, and it would open up like my junk journal, which was made with security envelopes and American Science and Surplus catalogs. Because then when you paint this stuff, you know, it has a cool pattern in it. So you can also use these as pockets. Again, you would seal this down so you don't have this opening here, and then snip off the very edge here like I did before, and then put it in your journal this way. Okay. And then you would have a pocket over here that opens from the top, and a pocket over here that opens up from the top. You can alternatively cut this one open and have slide-in pockets. So there's all different things that you can put into your journals to add interest. So come up with a nice, you know, the size of pages that you're happy with, and then, you know, we can go from there. I'm using book pages for the most part, and I am going to use some wallpaper. So
we still have to go out and see if we can score some wallpaper catalogs, because those are awesome.
I want
just go
texture.
to Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore.
Okay,
Any place that sells wallpaper, and just ask them, do you have any expired wallpaper books that I could have? And one thing you want to do, though, especially if you're going to be using these leader pages, is use something a little bit sturdier in the front. And it doesn't have to be decorated on this side because it's going to be getting glued to that. Okay. So I'm going to use a piece of wallpaper there. And maybe I'll use something a little bit taller. And your pages don't have to be the same exact size as your book. They can be smaller. One page can be taller, one can be shorter. Doesn't matter. This thing still needs to be cut down a wee bit. So let me get. My desk is not big enough.
The story of our lives.
Yep. And it doesn't matter because you get a bigger desk and then that one's not big enough.
I'm going to build a desk for Carrie.
That's nice.
It still won't be big enough.
No, probably not.
It's like a goldfish. It gets as big as its tank.
Yeah. God, I hate this cutter.
Yeah, I have the same one. I can never tell. I try to measure and it comes out wrong.
Yeah. I just want to whack off about a ½ inch.
You might want to rephrase that, Mom.
No, I want to whack off ½ inch.
Just don't do that on YouTube.
That's good.
Jacqueline says, how wonderful, Carrie. Jacqueline, that's Carrie's screen right there. She's still holding. All this right here is being done by Mama B, Melissa Bishop, in the in the wonderful Cranky Crafters show. Yes. But I'm sure Carrie's will be just as wonderful, Just
I don't know. It's the first one. It'll probably be the ugly duckling.
Oh, poof.
All right, now I have completely lost the pages I was working with. There they are. So you can see I have a variety of sizes and heights, but that's fine. The one thing that you want to remember is that you would like to try, if it bothers you, center these so that the sizes are evenly dispersed. I don't really care. And not all pages will be tall enough necessarily to get picked up in each hole. So I may only have, on these smaller pages here, they only make catch 5 holes instead of 7. But that's fine.
See, now I feel like an idiot because Jacqueline was talking about wonderful that I am going to be building a desk for her. Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, 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 wah. All right, so let's see. There's that. I don't think I want to use that page. And let's stick another piece of wallpaper in there. Ooh, sparkles. Glittery wallpaper. See, I just messed everything up.
Mine looks so blank, but I guess that's what I get for using blank paper.
Yeah, but that's what you want. You know, some people have fun decorating the pages and then putting them in a book. Some other people want to do it the other way around, and that's fine. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use this book for at this point.
See, I had to have a purpose before, and I was like, you know, I always want something to doodle on, and I tend to doodle on this paper on my desk, but it's like, well, then it gets messed up. So I figured, well, I need a doodle book. Doodle book.
Hey, Wanda's in the house. Hello, Wanda.
Hey, Wanda!
And I figured when I want to try something out and experiment, it'll be a nice place to keep it and refer back to. Either do that or don't do that.
And then when you're rich and famous, you could sell it.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so I have 12. I think I will try and attempt 15 pages in each signature.
Okay. And Jacqueline, I just want to let you know, this is just what Carrie does. She beats up on herself because that's just how she rolls.
What did I do?
I beat up on myself also.
Jacqueline, if I just, that's how I roll. That's all.
We're just cranky.
I know.
Yeah. We're just cranky, that's all.
more.
So that would be 13.
2 more.
And there's 14.
Gotta have the right amount of pages or it'll drive my OCD.
Indeed. Thank goodness for mixed media paper.
Yes. Sorry for the noise.
Give me a warning next time.
All right,
I'll mute
so
you.
there.
Sorry.
That's 15. That's one signature. Now let me do the other one.
How you doing tonight, Wanda? It sounded like I went.
I know, because I was about to lower your volume to lower the, the sound
You
of
will
the
need
paper.
some of these clips or something to hold your signatures in while you sew them.
You need to start telling me this.
Yeah, we did ask like 3 days ago for a list of things we would need, and that was not mentioned anywhere in the list.
All right. Sue me.
Our lawyers, how we cheat them and how will be in touch with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I mean, you could just settle out of court,
Yeah. All right.
Brandy!
Hey, Brandy, what's going on? I need to fold these pages. All right.
Man, all this rolling paper around. I feel cheated. I got no rolling papers. Well, actually, I have rolling papers. I just got nothing to stuff them with.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Very personal, yeah.
Oh, that smells good.
Here's just a sample of the Painty papers that we made for this book. Not thinking, well, the papers that she made for this book, not thinking that she shouldn't rip them in half.
I didn't rip them in half. This is the size of the page.
Yeah, but you, yeah, never mind.
It's just that they get turned that way and folded in half, so they're not the right. But I'm gonna make it work. Watch
Okay,
me.
awesome.
Watch.
Okay, see, I'm using some of these really tiny pages. These were cardstock that I did the shaving cream.
Yeah, I remember you did those live on the stream.
Yep.
Lori asks, how far away are all of you? We live in Baltimore, Maryland. And Mom, for the time being, lives in Long Island, which is about, what, 240 miles, Ma?
Yeah, about 240, 250 miles, yep.
Yeah. And when you move out to the farm in Lansing, how far is it? I know it's a 7.5-hour drive.
Yeah, it's about 8 hours. The farm is 647 miles from here. So it's about, I guess, about 400 miles from you.
Okay. Oh, no, the outlaws are here.
Helen, they really need to, like, leave you all alone.
Yes, they did.
They're still there?
They show up unannounced all the time.
But I thought she shipped them back to Germany.
Baltimore Ravens? Really, Scotty? I don't know. I was a fan until Flacco just started screwing around with his accuracy, and their defense had nothing, and their offense was even worse. I mean, come on, how many times does this guy got to get sacked? But they are our local team, and let's face it, they're better than my North Carolina team.
What? Who's that?
The Jaguars.
Oh, I didn't even know North Carolina had one.
That is their team, isn't it? Carolina Jaguars? No, Panthers, dumbass. The Panthers.
Yeah, because we have Panthers in the state.
Yeah.
We have their mountain lion. We have mountain lion.
That's what I'm saying, Crystal. Pass the good stuff this way. Like, right here. Just right there.
Oh, sparkles. Yeah, the little sparkles. All right, so let's just do a quick 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Brandy corrected me. Panthers. Yeah, the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's what it is.
All right, so now we have 15.
I don't follow the sports ball all that much. I'm just super excited that my kid won the state championship for Division II
football.
football.
Oh, that was so awesome. You know, but I learned so much about football then. But I still think that, you know, the coaches and the announcers and the stations and the scouts all got it wrong. You know, it's quarterback, 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 quarterback. If it wasn't for the center, there would be no ball to pass. There would be no tackle. There would be nothing. Because he is at the very center of the game. He controls the ball.
Oh, thus being called the center, yeah.
Yes, and he passes the ball on to the other players. So everything should revolve around my grandson. End of discussion.
Right on.
Okay, so again, I don't really have OCD. I kind of have anti-OCD. I kind of like to deliberately screw things up just because I know it freaks some people out. And, you know, that's just me.
And see, as you see, Carrie has CDO. It's like OCD, except the numbers are alphabetical, or the letters are alphabetical.
Yeah.
But
all right,
look at that. Tracy's from Silver Spring, Maryland. I know where that is.
Oh, there
I used
you
to
go.
work in Silver Spring all the time.
All right, so I'm going to grab some clips.
We don't do Stump the Chump on this show.
Dude.
What? Nothing, Ma? Nothing?
She's not worried about you.
Nothing?
Yeah, okay. Crickets, crickets, crickets. Any kind of, if you have paper clips, you can use basically anything. All you're trying to do at this point is make sure that your pages don't move while you are proceeding to punch holes in them.
So what can I get for you, Carrie, that will suffice as clips? Oh, we've got clips right in front of us. All right.
They're not the big ones.
Well, I only have a couple of the big ones, and right now I can only put my hands on one of them. I know about them. I just don't know where the heck they've... Oh, there's another one.
Why are you yelling at me, woman?
Because I know where they are. I don't need you to throw them at me.
I'm not throwing them at you. I'm getting them more accessible.
I'm not. Do I look like I'm at a point where I'm ready for them yet?
Cranky.
I'm being proactive. Jeez, you'd think you didn't want my help. Don't answer that. Don't look at me like that. Just continue. Carry on.
We know. We just want to make sure that we're not screwing things up. Yeah. Okay, so this is up. So we're going to make sure that we write an arrow on there so we know which way's up.
No, Crystal, they wouldn't. I use a bowl, though, so I don't have to really deal with that all that much. Or I just use my Leatherman.
And now we want to find the center of these pages.
So when you do a signature and you have the paper folded, is it supposed to, like, not lay evenly? That's,
yes.
Oh, my God.
Now, see, I was going to mention that because some people, like I said, if you suffer from OCD, that may drive you nuts. What you have to understand is that if you start out with all the same sizes and then fold them in half, this center is significantly further to the right than this center is. Because there's a thickness of the paper right here in the crotch.
What we can do is I can take it to work and I can use my guillotine.
Yes, you can trim them.
And I can trim them for you.
If that really drives you crazy, you can trim them. But yeah, that, like I said, I don't mind if it's a little wonky. I like wonky. Like I said, I'm anti-OCD. I'm the opposite of OCD.
Yeah, not so much.
So the only thing that you do want to make sure of is find the center of this page. So if this is your biggest page, you need to find... all right, that's 4. So that's the center. And then you want to make sure that you put a mark there so that you know where the center hole has to go. Okay?
Well, I've only gotten one of these signature things even folded together, so I'm
well, that's
like,
fine.
Way slow.
She's just being perfect about it.
Shut up.
You are. You've got these CDO.
You're using brand new paper, and that is very stiff. It hasn't been, loosened up at all. It's brand new. So it's going to take you a little bit longer. That's fine.
Well, that, and it bothers me if I flip through and I see pages aren't lined
Perfect.
up.
Yeah, that's fine. Just understand that there is going to be some movement.
Shh.
And the inner pages will stick out. All right, so I know where the center is, and this is the center here. Okay. So now I know exactly where I'm going to be putting the holes for this. Okay. And this has to be slid over so it's in the, what do you call it, the crease. Is that the crease? Yeah. You have to mark the crease. At least I do, because I'm having trouble seeing it. Hang on. Pencil mark can always be removed.
I need 9.
Alright, so that way when I look through the holes, I can look for those little lines. And I know where I am. That's exactly where I want to be. There.
So it looks like we've got a fellow vapor in the chat room. Crystal.
Vapes in general or vapes the OBC or OBD, whatever.
OBD. She vapes an OBD tooth sensor. No, she vapes CBD, but she also vapes 0 milligram.
Why?
Nick. No one's. We're not all crazy like you. Yeah, Brandy says, Carrie, honey, yours is going to come out just perfect. Don't you even stress it.
Yeah, right.
It's not about stress for Carrie. It's just simply a matter of getting everything perfect.
That's why I didn't do the cover, because I haven't thought about it long and hard enough. I know I want it to look a little bit, but not 100%. So that's why I didn't even start it yet.
Yeah. And Brandy, you vape too, don't you?
Ain't nothing wrong with the vape thing.
No. It's smoking I don't like, just because there's so many things wrong with it. But I don't want to talk about that. But yes, I am a vapor.
I think I'm like one of the only people I know that has quit smoking and doesn't. I mean, if I'm like stuck in a small area with someone who's smoking, it will bother me. But like to walk past someone smoking, it's kind of like, yeah, I remember those days.
It's so volatile. I don't know how, because I used to enjoy the smell too, but that's when I was a smoker.
And it's been longer for me since I've had a cigarette than it has been for you.
Yes.
So.
All right. Well, I'm just kind of taking my time here.
Well, I'm trying to move fast, but it ain't working.
No. Don't you rush. Don't you rush.
It ain't working. All right.
Do you need a refill on your liquids?
Yeah, give me a second.
All right.
I'll actually go grab my junk journal and show that while you're doing your thing, and show you how it works with the paint brochures and the security envelopes. So give me 1 second.
All right,
please.
cool. Oh, wow. Brandy said it made me quit smoking almost 4 years ago now. It sounds like us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We quit, what, 6 or 7 years ago?
No.
No, it's been about 5 or 6. 5 or 6. But, yeah, I was a 2-pack a day guy, and it was horrible.
Is it still snowing out, Sanjay?
I only smoked maybe a pack a day. It was usually less than that, but it was the Cowboy Killers. It was Marlboro Red.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Carrie, I'll let you talk amongst the chat room. I'm going to go grab us some drinks.
Okay, they can watch me
They can.
perfectly try and get paper crease that won't ever be perfectly creased.
Like I said, I can take it to the guillotine and trim it down.
No, that's all right. I see it, like, I love the edge that got torn from the binding. I love that. But it's this whole sticking out on the end that's just killing me. No.
Oops.
Well, Jeannie, 23 years ago, 4 packs a day.
What?
Woo!
Wow.
Who was doing that?
Janie.
Oh, wow.
I quit in 1987. I quit in 1980 while I was pregnant with you.
Yeah, but then you had me, and then you just simply couldn't stop.
Yeah, I went back.
Yeah, you made me smoke. That's for
Oh,
sure.
come the hell on.
Because your sperm donor was so miserable, I couldn't deal with it. So I went back and just to spite him.
What was there to spite? He's a chain smoker.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he was the one that yelled at me and told me, if you're pregnant with my child, you need to stop smoking. Okay. So basically that was the deal. You know, I already knew I was pregnant, but when I went to the doctor and had it confirmed, I came back and I got rid of my cigarettes.
Well, I thank you for that. Even though it didn't help much in in my issues. I mean, I'm ADD, I'm manic depressive, bipolar.
Well, you got that from your sperm donor.
Well,
But
I think
maybe
I
me
got it from
too,
both.
because I'm ADD. My ADD is off the charts.
I don't know anyone else who cries out of nowhere. I like me.
Who are you?
Yeah. I'm my mother's child.
Yeah. All right, so switch back to me while she's doing that, and I'll show off my junk journal here.
Ooh.
Okay, this is this is actually a Tyvek envelope. It was an old. It was
Hello,
an
Dad.
Hello, Dadums. An old envelope, Tyvek of some sort, and I just did a lot of paint on it, and I have some pretty stamps that Carrie and PJ got me for, I believe, my birthday. It was this beautiful blocks, and they had 6 or 5 different pieces on it. So I used that as the cover. This is just a paper rose. I just cut a spiral and just glued it on.
That is hot. Jacqueline, I agree. She says, "Wow, love that."
And this just had, again, more paint and some... I tried to be very free and unplanned. Like, when I watched Dawn over at Let's Make a Mess with Dawn Calvin, she is the queen of glue booking. She can take anything and just glue it down without any regard for whether or not the pages go, whether or not it's a theme.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, she's just like, screw it.
I have
art.
Yeah, I have problems with that. So I was trying to be very, very free with this book, and I just started randomly gluing stuff down. And then again, my son and daughter-in-law got me this adorable little colander of stamps, little tiny stamps in this little jar. And I used them on there, and this was payment instructions that came on my oil delivery envelope. This was some Happy Mail. I just chopped it up and glued it down. And this is a combination of things. This was a security envelope, and you can see the security pattern right here.
Oh wow, yeah.
And this was the first page of American Sciences and Surpluses catalog, and this I just tried to be real silly. I found this strange looking person in a fashion magazine, and I cut out her face and I stuck a little clown face in there.
Because who doesn't like a little clown face?
Yeah, I don't. And I have some Painty papers, paper towels, like these. I save these, and I just tear them up and I glue them down. And with the catalog, I glued 2 pages together because they're very thin. They're newspaper. And this I haven't worked on yet. I just randomly went with my sprays and sprayed. This is another security envelope. Another one. These are blank. I did this one while I was down at the farm. I did a live stream from there. I just thought that was so cute. I love the little bum. The untanned bum.
Well, most bums are untanned.
Yeah. What I would like to do at this point is do one of those tip-in pages and take a security envelope that has a larger window here, and then tip it in like this, so when it's folded over, you'll see, it'll be a little window of his bum. So I'm looking for a security envelope to show that off, because I just think it's adorable. And I'm sorry, but this is not pornography at all, guys. I just thought it was a cute picture.
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say, yes.
I'm a guy, and I don't see that as pornography.
It's art.
Yes,
it's art. Again, this is a great place to use your glimmer mists and your sprays, whether or not you've made them yourself.
Oh, you just made Carrie do a frowny face because she doesn't have glimmer mists.
No, I have to. I have to make some.
You can make some. You can. I can. In fact, if you want, next Friday, on next Friday's episode, we could make our own glimmer mists.
Ooh!
You gotta tell me what I need, and don't say food coloring. I don't like the food coloring.
Okay,
and
then
be thorough.
Watercoloring. Watercolor. You'll need concentrated watercolor. You need the Sargent's concentrated watercolor.
All right. Well, I will use our Amazon link if it's cheap, and I will get some Sargent's.
Okay.
Do they
again?
Can you get like the primaries and make color with it, or is it too concentrated to do that?
No, you can certainly do it. I have the bottles right here. Hang on, let me grab one. Okay.
Because I don't want it to turn to mud if I try and get like red, blue, or red, yellow, and blue, and try to make.
This is the Sargent Arts Watercolor Magic, and it is pretty concentrated. You can see through the bottle a little bit. You can see the purple shining. So it is pretty concentrated. It's not as concentrated as watercolor, but these are fantastic. I love using these. They're relatively cheap.
Gotta get bottles.
And they come in a whole bunch of different colors. And quite frankly, I think it would be much easier for you to just buy the set that has, I think, like 10 colors in it than to try and mix your own.
Okay.
They're cheap enough that you can afford to do that. I think it's like $23 for the set of whatever, 10. Oh, bye, Brandy.
Have a good night, Brandy.
Bye,
so
Brandy. These
are a lot of fun. So you're going to need some 2-ounce spritzer bottles, and you can probably get them in maybe Walmart in the travel section or in the trial size section.
Yeah, I've looked. They don't have them.
You can get them from Dollar Tree. I know Dollar Tree has them.
We've got a Dollar Tree right down the street.
Yeah, or you can order them from American Science and Surplus, but they may or may not have the clear bottles.
What happened to those clear glass bottles we were going to order from American Science and Surplus? Did we ever order them? Damn it.
And then you're going to need some kind of, you're going to need very, very, very fine glitter or mica powder. I would really recommend using. Yes, you can get it at Dollar Tree. You can get their, what is it called? LA something. LA Glam or something.
What if I have old makeup I never plan on wearing again?
You could use that if you like. But you're better off going to, like I said, Dollar Tree and getting the powdered eyeshadow.
Okay.
That comes in little jars, smaller jars like this. And it works so much better. And you can get lots of different colors. And if you only had like 2 or 3 colors, you could get gold, you could get silver, you could get whatever your favorite color is, blue.
Okay.
Or again, you would use extremely fine glitter, because the one thing that you have to understand is these little spray bottles are going to get clogged. Okay, this is what I made. I got this, I think, from I may have gotten this from Amazon, but this is a 2-ounce sprayer. One thing to remember is that, and this is concentrated coffee in here.
Ooh.
When you add the glitter, you're going to want to cut about 1/4 of an inch off of this hose. Otherwise, the first time you put it in here and spray, you're going to suck up all of the glitter and clog up the hose.
Okay.
Okay, so if it doesn't go all the way down to the bottom, it may be annoying when it gets down that low, but it won't clog as much. It will clog, and the more glitter you use, the more it will clog. So in this 2-ounce bottle, I would fill it probably about up to here, basically 2/3 of the way full with plain water. And then I would add the food coloring or the watercolor, concentrated watercolor, until you got the colors that you liked.
So would that be the same way of doing like the alcohol sprays, except used alcohol instead of the...
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. Identical, yeah.
We'll have to get that this week.
Yeah, so, like I said, Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has these bottles. They also have lids for the bottles also, which is really nice because you can take your nozzles out and soak them in the sink in a pot of hot water or something to try and get them unclogged, because they will clog. And you don't have to worry about spilling this stuff because it has lids.
Okay.
So if you can't find it on American Science and Surplus, go to Dollar Tree and get them there. So like I said, you're going to put about 2/3 full with just plain water, and then however much color you want, and you can do any mix you want. And then you're going to use no more than like a 1/4 teaspoon, not even, of the mica powder.
Okay.
You don't want to use a lot. You want to use it so that you get some when you spray, but not so much that it clogs immediately. So, like I said, about a 1/4 teaspoon is about all you would really need in here. And when you compare it to these bottles don't really have... let me try and switch cameras for a second. Hang on. You see that? That's the glitter at the bottom, and you can see it sinking.
Yeah, Helen had a good idea. She said, just cut the tube inside so it's not touching the bottom. That way it doesn't suck it up. Yeah, no, that's what you said, exactly.
Yeah. So you can see, I mean, I'm not shaking this right now, and this is extremely fine, but you can see that it's starting to pool, and that there's really no more than like a 1/4 teaspoon.
Okay.
And that's all you really need.
Okay.
All right, so you will need these bottles, and you will need the watercolor, and you'll need the glimmer mist. Not the glimmer mist, the mica powder.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you will need. Again, I was just randomly taking a page, spraying it, and moving on. So we saw him already. Let's see, here's another envelope. This was a envelope from Happy Mail. And another security envelope. I did this one here. I thought this was funny.
Yeah, you did those on your stream.
Yeah, I did these on the stream. So
I don't think we've missed one stream of yours.
Probably not.
And that's going back to what, February?
Best fans. Yeah, I started first live stream was in February, I think. And this is the cover of the second, American Science and Surplus catalog. I mean, if nothing else, these catalogs are great for a laugh.
Oh yeah, we ordered one the other day.
Yeah, and they really add, they give funny names to things, and the descriptions are very humorous also. Again, just a bunch of security envelopes. This is something that I was going to put in here as a tip-in. This is from the post office, and I just liked that it had these internal pages with tabs. So I thought that was really cute. That could be added in as a tip-in. What else? Yeah, here's one guy riding a little toy horse.
Yeah.
Again, just trying not to worry about what goes down on a page. I just tore some strips and glued them down with a glue stick. What else am I doing here? These are the liquid metals, the Ken Oliver liquid metals.
Those are nice.
Splash them on. Here's lots of glitter on this one.
That's a lot
Love
of glitter.
me the glitter. I love me my glitter.
Luck be the glitter.
See, now, if this
tonight.
window were on that other page,
you'd see a butt.
Yeah, so I have to remember where this came from, and find me another one.
See, we do paperless billing for everything, so it's.
Well, I do too, but still, some people send me stuff.
Yeah.
Like Caremark. Every time I order something, they send me, what is it? The information sheets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need them. I have been taking these drugs for 30 years. I don't need them. So, but they send it to me, so I use it. What else?
And you could always, use the information sheets as painty papers.
Exactly. Junk mail is your friend. We discussed that last week or the week before on my channel.
Huh. Lori says she uses the Wilton Food Dye Gel, and they were fantabulous.
Oh, yeah. But again, that's food coloring, and Kara didn't want that, so.
No, I don't.
More glitter. Lots of glitter. And you can see here, this I used a 5-hole, and not everything caught. So the envelope only got 1, 2, 3 holes in it, but that's fine. It's still in there. And this is a pharmacy bag. You can use this as a pocket. So I still have lots of playtime in this one. And again, you know, these are very freeing. They're very liberating. They're a lot of fun, guys. So definitely do this. You know, and I only did what I did on this one was I put the holes right in the crease of the envelope, and then I said, well, now what the hell do I do? So I used 3/8 inch grommets, and you can just see them here. And I stitched both signatures through the big holes.
Nice.
Okay, so both signatures are sewn into the same holes. And there's a lot of stuff in here. And when I'm done gluing everything, it'll probably be, you know, like this. But I love that. You know, that's a lot of fun.
Ooh, looks like Carrie has gotten her signatures ready.
Well, I'm just testing
good.
them.
That was perfect timing.
Yeah,
I'm testing to see if they'll fit. I might have to take some paper out. Nah, that'll work.
Especially when you
Let's see.
pump it
Let's
up.
see. That looks good.
It's sticking out.
I will.
Yeah, you're gonna have
trim
to
it
trim them
on Monday. I have a guillotine at work.
Well, then that means I can't put them in there.
You can.
No, I can.
He will cut the book.
Oh my! Probably actually. I can't even deny that. Do you want me to go drive to my office right now and bring home the guillotine?
Are you shitting me? Come on.
You could. What you could do, Carrie, is you could leave them folded like that and try using, you know, an X-Acto blade and a ruler to try and trim them down to the first page.
Yeah, I can do that. I have the technology.
But that may, you know, it may result in a little bit of, you know, rough edges, and I don't know how you feel about that.
She likes torn edges, but I'm not sure she's a fan of rough edges. Although she is a fan of me, so, and I'm filled with rough edges.
I lost my bucket. Hang on. There we go. Propping the old leg up. So, I mean, you could use a pair of scissors and cut them down.
You could use the serrated, the textured scissors. What do you call them?
They hurt.
Yeah, they're not that easy to use.
Well, you're not supposed to cut yourself with them. You're supposed to cut the paper.
No, they're stiff.
I know.
They hurt her hand.
Thank
it's
you
up
for
to
your,
you, Carrie.
Thank you for your kind words, Jacqueline. She says this video is great.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad. How many folks do we have watching right now?
Don't.
No, you can say.
Oh, okay. Right now, we have 21. We had 36 earlier, but you know, it is Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday. You know, some folks have, you know, other things to do, and that's fine.
Oh, sure.
I prefer to just, you know, hang out. I don't like people. I don't like going out in public.
But we love you guys.
Yeah, we love all of our YouTube family, because they don't get up in your personal space and get, you know, all cranky.
Well, no, that's
only
your
we're
job
allowed to be cranky.
and my woman's
exactly.
job.
Only we're allowed to be cranky. All right, so
I get cranky when my hardware doesn't work, though. I will be honest with that.
You don't say.
No, I just did actually.
I had never noticed that.
Yeah. Sorry about the video that we put out yesterday. I know a lot of people are like, "What's going on?" And
it just wasn't working. Her computer was very old.
It took it was 7 years old, but I built it, so it was running very well for a 7-year-old computer. But I got to tell you, this new computer that we've got her on, like it's
working great.
I'm using 12% CPU right now.
Yeah, it's working great. All right, so what I've done with this template is I've made sure that these holes are right in the crease of this signature. And I've marked little holes going, marked a line going up and down the signature just to make sure that I'm putting the holes where they belong, you know, in the creases. All right, and I just, yeah, I still see the line there and there. So I am ready to go. So I'm taking the big bite, and I'm actually going to get the cover out of the way. Move my mouse. And we are going to go into punching holes mode. And again, I'm sorry you guys can't see what's going on, but I'm basically just making sure that the punch is going through the hole in the template and into the pages. Very carefully moving down, lining it up. And praying that I don't screw it up on camera, which I have a habit of doing.
Well, you know, I can just take you off camera if you think you're going to screw up.
No, I don't. No, I'm not gonna do that.
It's a production joke.
I don't care if people see me screw up. I am a screw up.
You and me both. But you're more successful than me.
I'm a more successful screw up than you?
Well, you're more successful, which means you're less of a screw up.
All right, and now this won't fit, so I've got to take it out and flip it around and do the last one.
Aw, thanks, Jacqueline. She says, we've got your back about last night being a bust.
All right, so that hole is done, and I have all the guts down there to prove it. And now I can take this off, and let's see how badly I messed up. All right, it's not too bad. It's pretty damn close. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing, excuse me, in the other one. And again, you know, if it bothers you that your pages are a little wonky, fix them now or forever hold your complaints, because this will be the last chance you have. Okay, and I'm putting clamps on them because you really don't want them moving around when you're punching the holes. Okay.
Yeah, Kim Marie, that big bite is indeed filled with awesomeness.
Yeah, I love the big bite. At first, you know, the first time I saw it being used was with Shannon Green, and she said, you know, she said she had this, she bought it, it broke. She wrote to the company, and they immediately, you know, they responded right away, and they asked her to send pictures. She sent pictures, and they immediately put one out in the mail to her.
Oh, wow.
So I thought, okay, well, there's a company that stands behind its product.
Yeah.
And I waited until it was on sale, and I ordered it. So
yeah, we've been looking at it for quite a while, and Carrie makes fun of you every time because you had to have the big one. You had to have... Oh, crap, now I need the big one, too.
Well, you know, but I have the small one, and I use the small one. But for something like this, for making a journal, you don't have that, you know, you can't use it. It's not going to work. Oh, and that's one thing. Now, you're doing plain paper, so it's no big deal. But if you have pages that have designs that obviously have an up and a down, just make sure that you orient them the right way. Because when I was working on that other junk journal out of the game, the Bratz game, the second signature went in upside down. So, yay me! All right, so again, I'm going to measure and mark the center of this, and that is this big page down here.
Janie says, my Sizzix die tool broke, and they told me to go buy another one. Well,
no, I saw that.
We know not to buy Sizzix.
No, Sizzix makes good stuff. I mean, they're the ones that make the Big Shot Plus, the Big Kick, the Big Shot. They make all of those. They make tons of dies. But this stupid plastic bristle brush is used to roll over your dies. If you're making a die that is like a paper doily, there's a lot of little tiny holes there.
Oh, yeah.
And those little tiny holes, you have to use this nylon brush to try and pop the the chads out of there. So it fell right apart. And there's been a number of complaints from a lot of different people complaining about this brush falling apart right away. So Janie, oh my God. I would have been all over their ass. I am so infuriating and furious at this company, what they did to Janie. They just, you have to buy a new one.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, but that's wrong. That is wrong on so many levels. And I want to call them up, and I want to release my cranky ass on those people, and give them a what for? Because seriously, I'm sorry, that's wrong. That is very, very wrong, and I'm pissed off at them. So Janie, I hope you get some kind of satisfaction from them, because man, I'm livid. And like I said, Shannon, she called the memory, we are memory keepers. She called this company and they replaced this right away. So, there are companies that do stand behind their products. And I'm very sorry, Janie. I feel horrible.
Yeah.
It's just so wrong.
Helen just said, do we have consumer affairs over there? And yes, we do.
Yep, we have consumer affairs. And this one here, I am going to fold this right along the holes so it will fold into the crease. And it'll be easier for me to find the little... Okay, where's the center? There's the center. Okay, there.
Boing.
I'm desperately trying to get this washi tape to stick, and it's not wanting to stick. All right. All right. They are lined up and ready to go. Get that out of the way.
Any words of advice on what to do to keep a signature held together when you only have 4 clips, so you can't do your other one to punch the holes because you have no clips?
Do you have pins or
Here, put this through some of the holes.
skewers? Anything that you could stick through at least the top hole and the bottom hole? And do you have big paper clips?
She's got it.
Okay, good. She's got it.
Yeah, baby. She's got it.
Yep, there you go. All right, so we'll go to the second signature. Yeah, I got these in the Dollar Tree. They work pretty good. Anytime I see clamps, I pick them up. I have big bulldog clamps, but not a lot of them.
Scotty says you could use rubber bands. You'd have to thread them through, but hair scrunchies.
Yeah.
How would hair scrunchies go through?
Oh, she means to put around the whole signature.
Oh.
But what's key is that the holes line up. And if you're not using pages that are all the same size, or your pages are, skewed because, the width of the signature, then you need something to make sure that the holes don't shift. Come on now, dagnabbit rabbit. Okay.
Well, while all these holes are being punched, I figured I'd take a break to let you guys know. Head over to epiphanycraft.com for all things carry. And for right now, don't head over to 70acres.org because that hasn't been updated in years. But head over to facebook.com and go to the 70 Acres Art Flock group. And
70 Acre Studio Art Flock.
Yeah, what Mama B said.
Yeah, and ask to join, and we will rapidly add you to the group. And we will be having our very first swap in January. I'm waiting for the holidays to be over so people can recover. And we're going to be doing Painty papers, folks. We're going to be doing a minimum of 20 Painty papers. Smallest size is 5" by 7". And in bundles of 20, and you can sign up to be in as many partners as you want. That's fine. And once I'm going to make an event, and I'm going to put up a poll that you guys can all answer questions, you know, whether or not you don't mind international, how many swap partners you want, etc. And then we will be celebrating my retirement, which is January 19th. And then, yeah, we can do our first swap. And once I am retired, we'll be doing a lot more activities in the group. So I'm hoping that it'll really take off at that point.
Can't wait to see it.
All right, so I have both my signatures ready. And we'll wait for Carrie to get hers ready. And then we will move on to threading them, you know, sewing them in. I'm using a cheap standard Singer upholstery needle set, and I will be using this one here. It has a pretty much dull point. If I tried really hard, I could probably cram it in there, but I'd rather not do that.
Now, aren't you bleeding enough, Mother?
Yeah, I'm bleeding enough. My leg is such bad shape, guys.
Hey, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn. How are you, sweetheart?
Lynn is in the house.
Oh, Janie, you use as many Painty papers you want for die cuts, because I'm going to be doing a couple more episodes. I have 2 cans of shaving cream ready to go. So maybe, yeah. So we'll do that maybe next Tuesday or Thursday. We'll do more Painty papers this time with shaving cream. So I'm using this one because it has a really big eye, and I'm using this is concrete, or this is Mason's string, and basically it's sold in your home improvement stores. It is extremely tough, extremely strong, and it comes in neon pink or neon orange, and it's basically used to mark off, you know, corners of where you're pouring your patio or whatever it is that you're pouring. It's extremely strong stuff, and you can see it from quite a ways off. I got it in the Harbor Freight. It's dirt cheap, guys. So pick yourself up an orange one and a pink one, and you'll be very, very happy. And you can also over dye this. I have done that. You can over dye it, and that's a lot of fun. Okay, so you're going to take and be over generous with your measurements. Basically what you're doing is you need to have about 2.5 to 3 times the amount of of string as is the height of your spine. So that's 1, 2, and I'll do 3. And I have I'm gonna want some dangles on here. I have some pony beads and stuff I can put on, or I can just say screw it, and I will use I'll make dangles to add on later. Okay. And this stuff really doesn't fray unless you really abuse the ends. But if your fabric, if the yarn that you're using does fray, you can just take a wee bit of glue, liquid glue, on your fingertip, and just rub it along the end.
Or if it's nylon, you can take a lighter to it and melt it together.
Yeah, but you want to be careful with that, because if you melt it into a big blob, it won't fit through the end of the needle.
True.
So then you might have to, trim it down and end up having to burn it again and basically chasing it. Okay. So that's ready to go. So I'll wait for Carrie to catch up. I still hear punch, punch.
Yes. She's finishing up her second signature now.
That's fine. At this point, you can also consider if you want to, add more decorations to this, or it's a lot easier to do it now while it's nice and flat. You can glue collage on here. You can do all sorts of crazy things with it. But I think I'll wait until I get things put in.
We could wipe on some spit.
No.
Yeah, you could. You could do it. Yes, you could.
Carrie shut me down because it was my idea.
Oh, okay. I think what I will do while I'm waiting and while I have the, have this opened up like this, is I'm just going to, run a wee bit of paint on here while we're waiting. Unless she's ready. If she's ready, we can
go ahead. Go ahead.
Do the paint? Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is just so pretty. Oh.
Is that Payne's?
No, honey. This is...
Oh, okay.
Iridescent blue-black. But it is just scrumptious. I love it.
I can tell. It looks amazing.
Yeah, doesn't it?
I want to eat it.
I mean, I guess it is kind of Payne's grayish.
Yeah. Wow. Helen's talking about all things stiff and pointy in the chat room.
Oh, dear.
Oh, boy. That's Helen, though, for you. Complete perv.
Yeah, but we love Helen. Probably because she's a perv, just like us. And these pages you don't have to care about because, again, you can either leave them in the way they are and paint them and decorate them, or you can glue the pages that you're sewing in. You can glue the fronts there, but you don't have to.
Should we put eyelets in this or no?
Ooh.
Did you buy eyelets with the washers?
We did.
You can if you want. What you use the 3/8 inch? What's whole size did you use? The bigger one?
Yeah.
All right, well, those are the same grommet. Oh, no, I'm looking at myself. I have these are the grommets for the big holes. So you can use them, and you would have to, oh, crap, I had this set. Let me see. You have to change these to...
Dad's in the chat room, Sanjay Kapoor. He says Harbor Freight 500-foot pink construction line is $5.99. We should make a trip to the said Harbor Freight. Yes.
They also have cheap jewelry pliers.
Oh, we already picked up some for her.
Okay, all right. So basically, if you look, this thing, these dials, they can come out and rotate, so you can pick the right one.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe for the large grommets, well, you're going to want this big nubby here. If you scroll it over here, you have a real tiny one.
Okay.
That's C. You don't want that. So you're going to want to use A. And then for the base, there are washers with these.
Washers.
So I believe you would be using... I'm going to try this one. I haven't used this one before. We'll see. This is number 1.
And that's for the big...
They might do international orders, Helen. I'm not sure. go to harborfreight.com and check out their website. Now, I'm not going to be using these because I use the tiny ones, and I'm using very light papers in here, so I don't feel I'll need them. So if you want to use them, basically you're going to put the larger section into the hole, and it won't fit in my book, so I'm just going to leave it standing here. So you put that one there like that, okay? Let me zoom in. Hold on, I can't reach the camera with my leg propped up. Okay. So this would go all the way through your hole, okay? And then you have the washer part here.
See, they all look the same, though.
Yeah, those are self-tapping, I think, or whatever the heck they call them.
You don't have a washer?
No, it's all...
Here, show Mama what you got. They're just eyelets.
Oh. Do they say that they don't need the washer?
Well, they don't include a washer, so, yeah.
Okay.
It says... I don't know. Easily attach eyelets with the world's best eyelets that are the crocodile. And that's all it says.
Well, then I would definitely try the #1 base, because that has the biggest slope, so that should make the eyelet curl.
Okay.
All right, so the top should be A, and the bottom should be #1. So at that point, you're not going to use the washers at that point. So then what you're going to do is you are going to take, and I'm going to do this sideways so you can see what I'm doing. And I'll have to use the very edge of the book. Okay. So pretend that the hole is here. You push it through the hole so it's flush. And then you make sure that the top rests inside of the center of the eyelet, and then you want to put your total force on it down. And you're going to have to push until you hear it kind of click. So I don't know if that makes sense for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know, if my finger is the book, this would have been put into the hole and would be flush with the surface of the book. And then you slip it in here and you make sure that this pin goes into the center of the eyelet. Like.
And we're done.
That. Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh, those are split. Yeah, okay, they work. They definitely work, yeah. You know, see, you're going to be using this book a lot. You're going to be in it a lot. You're going to be opening pages, closing pages, flipping pages. So it makes sense to use the eyelets. I only used the small holes, and I still don't know what I'm going to do with this book. I may end up, you know, just decorating it and giving it away as a prize, or I don't know yet. So... So yeah, definitely put those grommets in there, because this thing I don't think is going to get a lot of use. Oh God, I just banged my shit.
Ow.
Oh. I'm trying to... Yeah.
That's what she did.
I lost my bucket. My bucket has scooted its way out, and I can't reach it anymore.
You need a martini.
Oh yeah, the leg is bleeding.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. All right, let me zoom out.
I don't have a wrench.
You don't have a wrench?
Well, I can give Dadams a wrench.
I want to post a link for Helenek about the link.
Oh, okay, yeah. Can you give
I'm
him a
giving
wrench
him
so
a
he
wrench.
can post the link?
I don't know which. Okay.
You should have your wrench now, dear.
He has a wrench.
Poor Dadums. No wrench for you.
Well, he's never in the chat room almost. I think this is the first time I've ever seen him in our chat room.
I know. Oh, I'm sorry. I just started doing this again. I didn't even ask if she was ready to go.
No, she's still got plenty of holes left to fill.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay. All right. So.
It's taking everything I have not to play the bazinga sound.
Bazinga. Yeah, that's the problem. The boy with the buttons, the producer, he's got all of those little sound clips.
Also the link to a burning supply store like a Home Depot of Australia.
Oh, okay.
Same price.
Can I
Same
play
price?
with your
Okay.
crocodile?
Oh.
Okay.
And what other color? I have a really pretty color. Where is it?
Do 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 do.
That's the color? No, avalanche.
Right there.
Is it center?
What the heck is it? There's my silver. There it is.
No, apparently not.
What?
Okay. You can fix my screw up.
Lovely.
What did you do?
He gave me pouty face and wanted to try the crocodile. So I let him try the crocodile and he screwed it up.
There we go. You fixed it.
Art bitch.
Yeah, I know. That's what she said, Joyce.
You're fired.
Well, if that's the case, I'm muting you. How about that?
That's okay. Me and Carrie will carry on without you.
I'm muting you. She won't be able to hear you. So you can't fire me, otherwise you get muted.
But we are the Cranky Crafters. It's our show.
What, I'm not cranky enough for you?
You're not crafting.
I am producing, woman.
Helen's saying something about the stream freezing up. Or is it just her?
Well, let me check.
She's using that old iPad at hazard a guess that it's
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the stream right now.
user issue.
And we're solid.
Well, tell her to refresh.
Tell her to refresh.
Type.
Refresh.
If she's frozen, she can't hear it.
I know.
That's what she said.
Yes, I am crafty with my buttons.
And if this ticks you off, this page curling like this, just reverse it and do this size. And it will flatten out. Oh, I found these great smart-ass stickers at Dollar Tree.
It's,
I've been dissed.
well, what are you running away, Helen? Why are you leaving the house?
Gotta love Nightbody's up to his old tricks again, being all silent and stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Where's mine?
Dadums brought me an apple.
Where's mine? Never mind. I
In
don't
his
want an
belly.
apple. I've got cannoli.
No, it's too noisy for me to be eating on air. You want a piece, Rose? Rose loves apples. Come here, baby.
Oh, yeah, so do our dogs.
Here, Rose. What's that? No, okay. Oh. Her favorite is pears. She loves pears. My apologies for the chewing.
Carrie's used to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, at least I don't have the microphone right in my mouth.
Don't give me the death glare, honey.
Okay. That needs more.
Mm.
Doesn't it look like
I'm gonna need some glitter paint.
That looks really badass. Show the camera. Show the camera.
Oh, look at that!
That's cool.
That is so cool. That looks like a real professional book.
I don't know about natural hells.
I would beg to differ.
You'll see
thanks, Helen.
the one signature. I think when I did the holes originally for the spine, they weren't exactly straight. So we'll see if this even works.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Again, this is your very first one, so...
That and you
Not
didn't
to
give her
worry.
a chance to prepare all the time.
What do you mean?
Like
The tape and the cardboard?
exactly.
Sorry about that.
Why are you freezing? It's not like you're going to go back and have to edit this for post-production.
I'm not used to not being able to edit. I mean, I could
Darling,
download
we're
it.
live.
I know.
Yeah, that's what... You know, I wanted to say something to you before.
What?
When you were playing the intro music again and again and again.
I don't even know if we need intro music.
No, we don't. We could just have two cranky people going.
Yeah, but that would require Carrie to actually, use her mouth, and she doesn't like to do that.
No, get a soundbite
Oh yeah.
of two old. What do they call? What's that word? Crotchety old men
Yeah. Cranky.
going.
So now I'm a crotchety old man. Okay.
Thanks. Thanks, Ma.
Well, is that better than a tall black man?
Well, I don't know about that.
We now go live to the local black man.
Tracy says, that looks awesome, Carrie.
Thank you.
It does. Look at that.
Hey, Ma, Crystal wants to know, is the purple one of the PBOs?
Yes, it is, darling. Hang on, I'll get you that color.
Jacqueline says, Melissa, you display such artistic ability even when in pain. I applaud you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, this is violet blue, iridescent violet blue, paint color 356.
I prefer 354.
Bite me. And this one is iridescent blue black, color 360. Yes, dear.
How's it coming along?
It's coming along. She has her holes punched, and she's ready to move on. That is still a little sticky, but that's okay.
All right, I think she is ready to sew.
All right.
Or
so,
whatever you want to call them, bind.
Columbine.
Oh, come on now.
okay. So let's take one signature, and we're going to leave the. Oh, okay. All right, Dadams has come up with a joke, guys.
Oh boy.
What do you call cheese that doesn't belong to you? Nacho cheese. It's mine, nachos. Nachos cheese.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you for that lovely bit of humor.
All right, so we're taking our yarn, or our thread, or whatever you want to call it, and we are going to go through the top hole in our book, and we're going to pull it through, leaving a substantial tail. Now, if you want to hang dangles on it, obviously you're going to leave more. I will just make dangles separately and glue them on later.
Like how much?
So you want to,
if I want to put dangles on it?
probably the length of the,
Okay.
the length of the, about like yay. Okay. All right, and I am going to take a clip, and I'm going to clip this on here.
I'm going to use tape because I don't have any more clips. I am clipless.
All right, and
I have some clips I
just
can
need
get you
to
at work.
anchor that down. All right, and then we're taking the first signature, and we're going to go through this top hole. Okay. And then we're going to go down the second hole and make sure it went in the right. No, see, it didn't. It's got to go this way.
Don't tell me it was the wrong hole.
All right. Well.
Bazinga!
Oh, child. Forever a 2-year-old. Okay, there. All right, so now I went down this hole.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to go up the third hole.
And you're going to go back to the second hole.
No.
Huh? Oh, okay.
I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to make sure I'm still in the right spot. And go all the way down to this one. Come on, move it around.
Yep, Joyce, that's what she said. And Tracy.
And you're going to want to snug it up. Okay. And keep going. Okay. And the last hole. Again, making sure it's a little bit snug here. And then you go back this way. Go back into the fourth hole.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
Snug it up. And then when you go over here on this side, down here, you'll have a nice straight line of thread. You won't have any gaps. It'll just be a nice line of thread. And to further elaborate or to further decorate your journal, what you can do is once you get to this point where you're going down and coming out through on the back of the book, at this point you could add 3 or 4 beads that would fit in here. So when you went down here, you'd have some beads here.
And Carrie, you do have beads.
I'm not doing that tonight.
Okay.
Well, like I said, that's something that you can think of, when you want to make your next one. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you didn't do just what I did. I just split the yarn.
Ooh.
And you don't want to do that because then you can't firm it up. Like here, I see a little gap here, so I can go up here and I can fix this. And I can snug it up. But if you if you split the yarn, you can't do that.
Oh, you can always pull it back out.
Yeah, that's the only thing. You have to pull it back out. And with you using a really thick yarn, you have to just watch that. Be aware of that. That can be an issue. Okay, so I went out the second hole, and now, as you can see, this is the only opening that's left, and that's right here. Okay, so at this point, you make a knot. Now, if you don't like the knots and you don't plan on having any dangles, then what you would have done is you would have started with the tail on the inside of the book, and then you would have tied it off in the center of the signature rather than out here. But I don't care. I kind of like the yarn hanging out there, the thread. So I need PJ's finger here at this point.
Can't really help you though. I mean, I can help carry. Do you need my finger?
I'm a professional sewer.
Look at you.
Yeah, I'm not a professional. But so you just, you know, obviously it helps to be able to firm that up if you want.
I'm not good.
But if you can't, you can't, you know.
You've got hella dangle.
It'll get trimmed up. Trust me.
All right, so obviously I have a lot of extra yarn left over. That's fine. Just whack it off.
Bazinga!
Bazinga. And then add that to, you know, a cup that you plan on playing with at some future date to drag through paint or whatnot. So there's your first signature. At this point, obviously, now you can take off all your clamps because the pages, they ain't going nowhere. Okay, so there is your first signature. Okay, so now we scooch that out of the way, and if you have an abundance of clamps, you can clamp it down so it's out of your way. If you are somehow lacking in clamps, then... And see, now, see, I screwed up.
Yes, you did.
That hole is way off.
That's an offset hole.
That is an offset hole indeed. So we will fudge that. Where is my template? There it is. Because I want to make sure my holes is lined up. Okay, they're lined up. All right.
Bored?
No, not bored. Just trying not to be a pervert. But all you guys are talking about is holes and firm and stiff and whack it off, and you're really
please.
trying my adultiness.
Your 2-year-old, your inner 2-year-old.
Yeah. I don't like adulting.
I don't like adulting either. I think it's...
Well, here's a good one for you. The hole's too tight. I'm having a hard time getting this out.
Son of a bitch, woman.
If only we had that problem.
Hey, I'm happy with the punch size.
I mean, if only. Like that's ever really an issue. Seriously, ladies, has that ever happened? Have you ever encountered any time in your life where that was an issue? Okay. If only we had so many problems. Okay. All right. So, again, we're going to start on the outside hole.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, your clip took off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tag me in. I can help.
You might want to mute me. I have a feeling bad words are about to fly.
Uh-oh. All right, so I've secured that. And go through the first hole.
Well, thank you, Tracy. I'm glad you like them.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, we thought it'd be fun because Carrie and I are very, very similar. So, but we're different enough that
keeps it interesting.
Exactly. Because she likes certain colors, or she likes her pages to be nice and neat on the edges, and I really don't care. So you get enough of a variable that hopefully we can do a little something for everybody. Okay, and when you're putting your second signature in, especially if you already, you have very little space here, you just want to make sure that there's no gaposis in here, that it's secured down, and kind of hold it tight. Because with another signature already in there, you're going to have issues with where this is trying to...
So basically what you're saying is, because of its tight nature, it might be hard to get it into the hole?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Well, to keep it snug in the hole.
He's like turning 8 shades of red, trying not to say anything right now.
Kimberly B Creations, hello there. She's back from jumping a car battery.
All right, see, I have all this gaposis in there now, so that means that once I pull this through, I'm going to try and snug everything up. Okay,
snug it in.
And just make sure it's down there and not hanging out in the air. Okay.
Exactly, Tracy. That's what he said.
You do not think you can do it? What can't you do, sweetheart? Jacqueline, darling, tell me what's going on. Kimberly loves that I can embarrass him.
Oh yeah, she's my mom. Why? The day she can't embarrass me is the day I don't want to be embarrassed at all. Hey, Auntie Ash is in the chat room. Hello.
Yeah, how you doing? So, Jacqueline, sweetheart, please tell me what's going on. You said I don't think I can do it. What do you think that you can't do? Because I'm telling you right now, girl, this is not rocket science. You can do this.
If I can do it, you can do it. Trust.
Oh, you shut your trap hole. You are talented.
If one of us can do it, you can certainly do it. See, I screwed up here. I screwed up. This hole should be about 1/4 of an inch this way, but I don't care. I'm just marching onward. It doesn't matter.
See, I couldn't even put the eyelet in properly, so I'm stepping away. That's why I am a producer. Oh, she doesn't think she can sew the signatures
honey,
in.
it's not that hard. And I will go into so much detail. I'll put in as much detail as you want. You stick with us and you will get through this. Let me finish sewing this one in, and then I will show you in something a little bit more simple. Because these pages have a lot of color on them and they're a little bit difficult to see. So I will take a wee bit of paper, plain paper, and fold it in half and show you.
I'm a poopy head. I said Auntie Ash. It's Auntie Sash.
You have Ashe County on the brain.
Yes, I do. Man, it's breaking my heart that I won't be able to go there this winter.
I know, but yeah, you're going to be having fun with Kelly.
Yeah, I'm taking my boy and his girlfriend out to Baltimore Shitty this December 27th, and we're going to do a day trip. We're going to do the Baltimore Aquarium tour. We are going to do the Ripley's Believe It or Not tour, and we are going to have lunch at Atman's Deli, which is the closest thing to New York Deli. Like the Yatman's family's from Brooklyn, I think.
All right, so unclip this.
And no, none of that is a sponsor.
No, not a sponsor. Just stuff we like. And Kelly's never been to Baltimore Shitty.
Now, you took me to a Jewish deli.
That was Atman's. That was Atman's.
Was it?
Yeah, the one when you met me for lunch when I worked for the USPS.
Yes, and we had
we had pastrami on rye with mustard. Yes, or corned beef. I had corned beef. Man.
Yeah, and I had the pastrami, and then we shared.
Yeah, that was Atman's Deli. They're still around. They've been around since 1911, I think. See, the stitching part I think I could do. It's just don't get me around an eyelet.
Okay, so
please.
Now I'm going to show something.
This.
No, it's already pre-punched.
No, I'm talking about sewing on patches.
Yeah.
Who ended up having to do that?
Those are already pre-punched, so there's no guesswork.
Yeah, I had to pre-punch it.
All right, so the second
punch.
Signature is in.
It wouldn't be straight, but I can punch.
Okay, and it's snug up. So now we can unclip this one.
Take care.
Okay, so there is the journal.
I need leverage.
Okay.
I can't hope that they can't see it.
Okay.
Okay, so that is your journal. Now I'm going to put together a real tiny one and show Jacqueline. Let me just go grab some blank book pages. Actually, I have some. Hold on. I can't reach. Get this out of here. And where are the book guts that I tore out?
I need a third hand.
Sure.
Where did I put them? There they are. Okay. Put my earphones back in.
My hands
Okay.
I can't pull it.
Okay, this is for Jacqueline, and I'm going to zoom in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm not.
Okay.
Down, I can
Trim
do
this.
up.
Downward facing needle.
And I'll use this.
Oh. All right.
Cover. Okay, we're making a tiny book for Jacqueline. So let me just get my earphones back in so I can hear what's going on. And okay, trim these off because they are kind of messed up here. Okay. All right, so this is our signature. And I'm not being precise. I'm just folding. So now we need a cover for this. And that will do just fine. So this will be the cover to our book. And I'm deliberately not using anything with lots of color on it so that we can focus on sewing the guts in. Okay. And I cut it crooked.
Carrie is sitting on it to flatten it out.
Hey, you can't despite all this weight, you'll do what I want you to do.
See, now I want it. Now you have to make it for me. It'll be my notebook.
Okay. All right.
My ideas.
So, Jacqueline, this is our cover of our book. Okay? And I will draw the lines down the seams so you can see what's going on. Because I know I have trouble seeing the crease. And this is our signature, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm just drawing a line down here. My pen is dying. Okay. So. All right. Now, if, like I said, you're finicky about measurements and being even and stuff, this is not quite. Okay. So I have my center spot marked. Let me get a magic marker. It's purple. All right, so here's the center. And okay. We've marked that. And let's see, this is not an alcohol ink marker, so it's not going to bleed through for me. How big is this? We have, okay. There. Yep, right about there. Okay. Marking the center here. Okay.
I got
Any
a cannoli.
questions so far?
I got a cannoli. I got a cannoli. Hey, 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 hey.
Not finicky. Okay. All right. So we've got the book cover marked. We have our spine marked. And I'm over marking, so hopefully you can see. And, you know, you can draw big holes here if you'd like. And if you don't have a crocodile, then I'll show you what else you can use. Okay. You need a pokey tool. And this is a pokey tool. It's basically something, it's an awl basically. And this one is actually a file. So basically you're gonna mark. Actually, you know what? This is just one signature. So if we get it marked together. All the better. Okay, so I poked a hole there. And I'm still lined up. Poked a hole in there. Okay. And I'm not, I didn't clamp this down or anything. It's only a couple of pages. So I should be able to hold it. Precision is not all that important on this example. There we go, come on. Don't poke yourself. Safety glasses, people, safety glasses. Okay. So now I'm just going to leave that in there so all the other holes line up. Okay. So, here's my yarn. And I'm going to go through the top hole. Okay, it's really just up, down, up, down, up, down, and then backing up on top of everything. Okay, so I've pulled it through the first hole, and I'm just going to use a little clip to hold it in place, so I don't accidentally yank it through the hole, okay? So now I'm going to go down the second hole. Got it so far, Jacqueline? It's not scary, it's not hard, there's not a lot of exactness. I'm just going down to the next hole and coming up. Okay? Now I'm going down the next one. Okay, and now I can take this out and put it away. Hope Jacqueline's still with us. And just as a reminder, you can always come back and watch this afterwards. YouTube takes a couple hours to process these, and then they'll be up on Carrie's channel. Okay, so now I'm going through the last hole, and then we'll review what we've done. Okay, so between holes 1 and 2 and between holes 3 and 4. Over on this side, it's between holes 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, because we did every other. So now the only choice I have is to either tie a knot here, single knot here, or to go the other direction. So that's what you're going to do. You're just going to put your needle down this hole, okay, and come up this end and snug it down, and then go down this one. Okay, and you can snug it up as you go. And this is your last one. See? There we go. And now all you have to do is tie a knot, and you are done. Oh, poo. This is the hardest part. Out of the whole process, this is the hardest part. Trying to tie this little knot here at the end. There. Okay? And that's all it is, Jacqueline. It's really simple. There's not a lot of math in it. If you don't have a ruler that starts from 0 out in the middle, then what you can do is, okay, let's look at this ruler. This piece of paper is 5.5 inches. Well, you know, that might be a little bit difficult for you to quickly divide in half or to, you know, easily divisible. So if you wanted to say we still want an odd number of holes. So if you wanted this to say be 7 inches, you match this point up and you keep going until you hit 7 inches. And then you know that you can, you know, get lines anyway, okay, to get your odd number of lines. And then, of course, obviously, you have the center of the spine, so you're going to have to do little crosses. So if you've drawn your grid lines this way, then you have to draw your center line here. And you just want an odd number of holes. The odd number of holes allows you to actually meet up again at the end, okay? So did that make that? You got it? Awesome. That's fantastic.
See?
That's fantastic.
We can all do it. Hey, CJ.
Hey, CJ.
Hey, CJ, how are you, darling?
Didn't see you come in there.
She's
exactly.
A ninja.
You don't. I mean, this is really not sewing, Jacqueline. This is really not sewing. This is just, you know, tying something together.
It's just
That's
a bunch of
it is.
ups and downs.
Yeah. So I hope that helped. I really hope that helped. And, if you want to practice and make these little books like this with blank paper or whatever, use them as shopping lists. You just open it up. Oh, I have a note. Leave it by the phone. Write, notes down into it. If you're happy with the way it looks, start painting it. Make this a little tiny journal and start playing with it. So practice on something little rinky-dink like this. And then you can just, like I said, the sky's the limit. Then you can start playing, by painting your cover. Let me zoom out. Okay. So let's see how your book turned out, Carrie.
It's in one piece, kind of.
It's flat.
Yeah, I sat on it for a few minutes.
And now it's mine.
And now it's yours.
Yeah, good luck with that.
You'll have to fight her for it, and honey, I think you'd lose.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, I do believe that you would lose. I think Carrie would probably kick you a hiney.
Well, I wouldn't fight her. She could beat me up. I would not fight her.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You would lose.
I would try to block as much as possible because, my frail figure.
Yeah, protect the jewels, right? So that is how you make a journal. It's very, very basic. I guess we can go into a little bit more discussion about what kinds of books are good. You want a book that, when you look down here, you see a gap. Okay, and even on this book that I just made, you'll still see that gap. Okay, so you want a book that is not just glued to the spine, because if it's glued to the spine, it's going to get destroyed when you try and take the pages out, and that would not make for a happy project. Okay, and then you want to add some kind of what do you call it? Some kind of support, masking tape, duct tape, glue and paper, fabric, whatever floats your boat. Okay, and oh, this got glued down. There we go. And if you want to leave the leader pages in, you can do that. And then you can always glue this first page to this, but you don't have to. Yeah, see that? The best place to find these books? Go to Goodwill, Salvation Army, your local library, because they do sell off books. You want an older book, garage sales are a great place. And if you're looking for something pretty, try and look for, if you see a hardback book, take the cover dust jacket off and look at it and see whether or not it's pretty. Like Dances with Pit Bulls, Rebecca, she found, she buys all these old books and she makes a lot of journals out of them. Absolutely fantastic, beautiful, but she finds them with interest. Like there was an embossed emblem on here, so she made the whole journal based on inspiration from that. Right, Dollar Tree. And you know the fancy books that people that are staging a house use? Nobody really cares what the content is. It's just a pretty book, just a pretty cover that looks nice sitting on a shelf. No one really cares if there's words in it or not. So look at the cover. Take the dust jacket off and look at it. I can tell you that the old-fashioned Reader's Digest condensed books that came in hardback, those have pretty covers. So you can use them. You can either paint over it like I did, or you can just decorate around the design that's already there.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Carrie has had an epiphany.
There. Oh my God, Carrie, that's beautiful. That's fantastic.
Now
that's fabulous.
Now remind people on the live stream how you made those.
It is 20 gauge wire and wood glue, and then you take fingernail polish or acrylic paint and paint it, and glitter, of course, glitter, and
Always glitter.
go to town.
Cool. And you made those live on your stream on Wednesday. So if people want to see more of your shenanigans, click that subscribe button and get those notifications by clicking the bell. And don't forget to go over to 70 Acres Studios channel and do the same thing if you don't already, because she's awesome too.
Gee, thanks.
And I'm not just saying that because you birthed me.
41 and a half hours, people.
You know, that number keeps going up every time.
No, it doesn't. I've always said 41 and a half hours. Always. E6000, E600. I have that glue. I haven't used it yet. From what I understand, it's kind of stinky.
Why the hell have you not used it?
Because I'm worried about the smell. But
it smells fine.
No,
it doesn't.
Okay.
You'll get used to it.
No.
And don't worry about the hallucinations. They go away.
Okay. All right, good. So, yeah, that's great stuff because you can buy costume jewelry. On eBay, you can find lots of junk jewelry. And definitely, yeah, you can glue a big, rhinestone something on there. And that's another thing that Rebecca does. She will, she starts from the cover and she says, okay, well, this is a green cover. So she does the entire journal all on green. So it's different bits and papers. It's painted in various colors, but there's always some kind of green element on each page. Green something out of a magazine. So, that's it, guys. It's not hard. We've shown you just how easy it is. It's very, very basic all the way on up to, making 5 or 6 signatures in it. Yeah, glue stick anything in there. Exactly. That's what Dawn does. Just grab those Jot glue sticks from the Dollar Tree, 8 for $1. You can't beat that. And just start grabbing a magazine. The library, it does smell. All right, well, I'm not, if it does, it does. I'm not going to worry about it.
It works. It works very, very well, though.
How do we know?
It is very, very good, especially
videos.
for gluing down, unlike objects to each other. So something with gaps and
it does very well with gluing stuff to other stuff.
Exactly. So your library does not keep the magazines. So if you go in there like once a month, you might be able to get some magazines for free, and you can use them. They're great collage fodder. You just don't even think about it. Just open up the magazine, and if you like that picture, tear it out. If you really love what's on the back, take a photo of it. And then you can print it out when you want to use it. I did that. There was a Vogue picture of this girl with really strange eyebrows, and they were black. Oh, there's Lucy!
That's the art.
Lucy Goosey.
She's sniffing the microphone. That's the art inspector. As soon as I was done, she came over and was like, okay, let me look at it.
Yeah, that was so cute. Yeah, but like I said, just take a photograph of it. There was one gal, she had bleached blonde hair and she had black eyebrows, and they were pasted on her forehead and they were really crooked. So it was funny. So I took a photo of it because I put it on a postcard and sent it to Stacy. So just tear it out and stick it on, just have fun with it. You can make tons of these things, and they don't take long. It didn't take very long for us to do this. Do you have Linky? Oh, there's Linky.
That's my Linky boy. He's getting old.
Yeah, he is. He's all white in the face. Rosie's getting very white in the face, too.
Lucy's been white in the face since she was a puppy.
Yeah.
Right, baby.
Poor Lincoln. He's got arthritis in his legs. Poor thing.
He's doing better. We're keeping him on a regimen of coated aspirin.
Yeah. What about the chondroitin glucosamine?
Oh, they take 3 of those a day.
Good. Because that was actually made for dogs.
Wow.
And it works so well that they started giving it to humans.
No kidding.
Are you licking paint?
Yes, she is.
Don't lick paint.
Oh, she's licking it. She's reactivating the Painty papers.
All right, good girl.
No.
Good girl.
So next week we're going to make our own glimmer mists. And if you want to make them along with us, you're going to need some clear plastic spray bottles from Dollar Tree, American Science and Surplus, Amazon, wherever you can get them. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the plug out and you're going to cut off about yay much, about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch off the bottom. Okay? And while you're at the Dollar Tree, you're also going to get the powdered eyeshadow glimmer. And you can either get some kind of food coloring there, or you can get yourself on Amazon, you can get yourself some of the Sargent Art concentrated watercolor liquid. And yeah, we can go from there.
Hey, Lori, have a great night. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. All right, guys. So it's 10:50. How long? We've been going for just over 3 hours. 3
Yes,
hours,
we
20
have.
minutes.
Yes. 3 hours, 18
But see
minutes.
that, guys? In 3 hours and 18 minutes or whatever it is, we made ourselves a journal. You know, Carrie's going to start doodling right away in hers, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I think I'm just going to continue to decorate it. And I'm hoping that inspiration will spark a theme for it. And, you know, just have fun with it.
And
And who knows? It could be a prize or something at some point.
And maybe on Wednesday's stream, Carrie will design a nice cover for it, and maybe gelatos, maybe whatever. I don't know.
I don't know. It was either I might do paper beads if I can find everything that I need for them,
Ooh.
or if I feel like reading and getting frustrated figuring out the embossing thing for the scan and cut. I haven't quite narrowed it down yet.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't tried that. I still have to pull out my Big Shot Plus and play with it.
But I'm definitely, I think I'm leaning more towards the paper beads, because I want to give that a whirl.
Go with the paper beads, because I'd like to make them too. So I'd like to work along with you and do that.
Okay.
Cool.
I know that CJ has made a lot of them, because she sent me a whole bag full of them. So hopefully she'll be in the house. Hopefully she can hang out with us for a little while before she goes to work.
Yeah, that way she can
alright,
sit there and
guys.
laugh at me and go, "You're doing it wrong, doing it wrong, doing it way wrong."
Again, you're just wrapping paint. You're just wrapping paper and glue around a skewer.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's streamlined ways of doing it. So.
Oh, that's a great idea. Lori says that she has marbled papers that would be perfect for
yeah,
you.
that's what I'm going to be using.
Cool. What, your painty papers?
No, I was lucky enough to get those. Let me pull one out so you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes. Those are so amazing.
I have 3 different these things.
Oh, the scrap papers. Okay.
And
so cool.
I was able to get them all for like 50% off, so I got 3 of them.
Yeah, we had to go to
And-
2 different locations and use like 3 coupons.
So
Yeah.
I figure,
And sometimes Sanjay has to check out for one thing and I can check out for
Yep,
another.
that's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
and all 3 books have some really interesting paper in it, so I thought that would be cool.
Yeah, try that, or there's a lot of holiday catalogs out and about right now, and they work out well for the beads because there's a lot of small pictures with a lot of color changes. So when you start rolling it, it looks really cool. There's a lot of interest in there, so you could try a catalog too and see what you like best.
Crystal, what I'm going to be using, I don't know what they're called. They're metal. They're almost like eyelets that you would use when you're doing a journal, but they're for beads. And it goes in both ends to give it the metal.
The caps for the beads?
Well, they kind of look like eyelets, and you stick them in both ends where the skewer was.
Okay.
And it gives gives it some metal for whether it's you're putting it on like a bracelet or a necklace. It gives the wire or the chain or the yarn something to run against other than the rolled up paper inside.
Oh, okay.
And it gives it a more finished look because it hides the paper that you've...
Is it a bearing?
No.
Okay.
And I'm going to be using embossing powder and embossing ink and using that to give it that glaze. So.
Cool. Yeah, I'll see if I can't come up with something to make some beads with too. That'll be fun.
Well, cool. Very, very cool.
An open core, I guess that's what it's called, but yeah.
Well, thank you, Crystal.
Yes, exactly, Helen. It makes them look like Pandora beads.
Ah, okay. Yes. Okay.
Cool. Well, are we winding it down for tonight?
I do believe so.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming out.
I'll
and
put my leg up.
Yes, please do, because we don't want your leg to fall off. Because that's not good. We want to thank you for checking out our first episode of Cranky Crafters. We hope you enjoyed. If you have comments, leave them down below. If you like the video, click the like button, subscribe wherever the hell that is, and be sure to get you some of the notifications by hitting our bell. And I want you to make sure you definitely check out Carrie's Facebook page, facebook.com/epiphanycrafter, and please don't forget to check out the 70 Acres Art Studio Flock. But you can also go to 70 Acres Studios, with a slash before it, and facebook.com and all that stuff too. I guess that's it for tonight. Email. happymail@epiphanycraft.com if you want to shoot us an email with comments or suggestions for the shows. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thanks for coming
Good
and
night,
hanging
everybody.
out with us. Night.
Bye.
See ya. I don't know why we're playing the music, but...
Later, taters.